Oh, I forgot to, yeah, I'll have to go grab the link and send that on the Discord. Let me just hit play on the music then. Okay. Grab the link. Type something funny. I don't know. Pee, pee, poo, poo. And then... Same day they announced the Elder Scrolls Oblivion Remastered, it's out. So now I'm downloading it. Oh, I know that it got leaked. I didn't realize that they were just dropping it. I didn't realize that that was happening right now. Okay, that makes a lot of sense. Why is there... Okay, whatever. Doesn't matter. I'll fix it later. I paid for that software. There shouldn't be a watermark on the cat cam, but there is. But you can't really see it because it's white against the blanket, so... Okay. Let me just, finish pinging people in Discord real quick. Yep. Oh my gosh. Let me pick something else. I can't listen to P5 music right now. No. Okay, that'll work. I've been editing all day yesterday and all day today. I've been editing that Pixie only video. I cannot listen to more P5 music. I've been listening to Rivers in the Desert today for the last like 2 hours, editing down the Lavenza fight. Like 2 or 3 hours. I'm starting to get to the point where I'm like not sure if it's good or not. Like, I don't know if you've ever worked on something like a project or like a paper or like anything like that, where it's like you work on it for so long, you're not sure if it's like good or not. It's kind of like repeating the same word over and over again. And at some point you're like, it starts to sound weird in your head or whatever. Probably. I don't know. Who knows? Maybe we'll get P5X English translation at some point, or a North American release or something. Who knows? I mean, I think... Isn't next year the 30th anniversary? Or the 35th or something? Done with P5 to be TBH? Yeah. Same. I mean, I still got to go back and edit more of that video today. And then later this week as well. But, like, I'm fine with not having any more P5 spin-off, thanks. I think we've had enough P5 spin-offs at this point. But no, I'm getting there. With the P5R Pixie only video. I don't know. It's too bad that, like, the weather's finally nice, because I'm stuck inside, like, working on the video, but it is what it is, I guess. Well, next week I want to take a break from editing videos and stuff, because, like, I've been doing that for, like, the last 2 months. Like, I remember starting the, like, editing process of that video before we started SMT4. Like, a little bit before that. And I just finished that, and that took 2 months. 2 months. So I've been editing for a while. I haven't edited every day, but I've been trying to edit, like, pretty consistently. At least, like, every other day. So, for a few hours. So hopefully it's good. Definitely gonna pick a smaller project after this, but yeah. A couple of smaller projects. Yeah, hopefully it's good. I don't know. I think I'm getting better at editing. I still need to figure out pacing. Like, there are a couple of places where I've, like, had to go, oh man, this was kind of a cool moment, but, like, for the sake of pacing, it would be funnier, or it would keep things moving along if I cut it out. Because, like, I haven't counted, but I think it's going to be at least over half an hour. Which, I mean, it's an entire playthrough of P5R, so it's hard to make that in less than half an hour and have, like, all the important bits in there, right? So, yeah, we'll see how it turns out. Hopefully it turns out good. Gonna be working on that after today's stream, probably still. But let's take a break from Persona 5. Let me play some Yakuza Kiwami. Let me get that booted up a minute. Hope everybody's having a good week and everything. The other thing too is I got like work all day tomorrow, so got to get up at 5 a.m. and then I'm getting back at like, I don't know, 4 or 5. So, yeah, not gonna have much time to work on it tomorrow. Gonna have to try and finish it up on Thursday. So, trying to get as much done today, and then Thursday I'll have to finish it up, post it on Friday. So, getting down there, one way or another. Is it not going to take my... Okay, there it goes. Oh, hey, it's actually using, the correct, PlayStation glyphs. So, that's good. Yeah. Oh, I forgot to turn cat cam on. One sec. Boop. There we go. Alright. What are we up to? What are we doing? Okay. So... Right, I was doing batting. I think I've done enough batting for now. Let's go ahead. That's for out batting that one dude. What's up with the sub story over here? Somebody's saying my name. If I purchase something from here. Nope, not continuing the plot. Okay. What if can I jump over the counter? Nope. Is it the other dude? No, he doesn't even have a name. Alright, well then. Do we wanna... I think we wanna do chapter 10 today, right? Yeah, sounds good. So where are we going? What is the current thing we are doing? Talk to Sayama, she should know I'm going to the funeral. Right, we have to go to the funeral. We have to tell Sayama that. So we have to head back over to... Is she over at the bar, or is she somewhere else? I'm trying to think. Where would she be? Sayama. She should be over back at the bar. Serena? Yes. I think that's right. Okay. Let me go back over here. I think that's where we left her last. Yeah. No, I'll be glad to, like, be done with that project, but I hope it turns out well. I'm glad I set myself a deadline, though. I know, I would have liked another week to work on it, but I probably would be saying that next week, too, if I had another week. And I did have 2 months to work on it, so... I don't know, I still feel like I'm not super great at making videos. I think I need to, like, pick up some, like, smaller projects, like I said, after this one. And try, getting better at, like, making... Like, if I can start smaller, maybe I can work up to making something big again after this. Do a few more smaller videos and... Oh. Oh! Hey, Granny! Oh, yeah. Sounds like Granny White wants a photo of Yuya. Guess I can see if it now. Okay. We'll do that when we get a chance, I guess. We're going over that way anyway. Because we gotta go over to here, and Stardust is like right along here, yeah? If I remember correctly. It's right along here somewhere, so... Wee woo, wee woo, wee woo, wee woo. All right. Hey, yeah. Good to see you, Kiryu-san. What brings you by? Hey there, Kiryu. I actually have an odd favor I need to ask. Oh yeah? Don't worry, Kiryu-san. I can handle anything you throw at me. Good. Brace yourself, then. There's this old lady I know who's hell-bent on getting a photo of you. Think you can oblige her? That's it? I'd be glad to. Don't want to disappoint any of my adoring fans, after all. I should have one somewhere around here. Oh yeah, that one from a while back. Took it to help advertise the club. Think that'll work? I'm sure it'd be perfect. Can I have it? Hi. Yeah, just give me a sec to look for it. Be back in a flash. Sorry to leave you hanging like that, Kiryu-san. Here you go. One photo of yours truly. Thanks, Yuya. I hope this didn't cut into your schedule too much. Oh, don't worry about it. I'm happy to take some time to give my fans what they want. Helps the club in the long run, too. Speaking of, tell your lady friend to drop by Stardust sometime. I'd be glad to give her a tour of the place. Will do. Thanks again, Yuya. Okay. I think we have to head over to Satonbori to give her the photo. So let's hold off on doing that. We'll give it to her next time we're over that way. Let's just head into Serena a minute and double check that that's where we need to go for the main story. And then next time we're in Satonbori, we'll just give her the photo. Get the next, like, scroll from her or whatever. Hello. How's it going? Sounds like tomorrow's another busy day. Shall we call it a night? Yeah, sure. You're right. Let's get some rest. All right. Plan on getting woken up bright and early. Thanks. Morning. You're going to the 5th chairman's funeral today, yeah? I'll use the time to touch base with Osaka PD. I'll be out for a while. Take your time. I'm sure I don't have to say it, but try to stay out of trouble, okay? Yeah, I'll do my best. I'll call you when I get back. Now you're getting it. Okay. I'll catch a cab when I'm ready to head to the funeral. Oh, okay. Dorada funeral. Everything else can wait. Well, no, we could go do a sub-story. We could go do a sub-story real quick. It's been a minute since we've played around in the daytime, too. I do prefer the daytime overall when it comes to, like, trying to do sub-stories and stuff. I don't know, it depends on the game, but sometimes it looks a little too dark for, to see, like, what's going on in people's faces and stuff. Anything interesting? Nah, not really. Alright, what's going on down here? Was that spiders? Oh, spiders, darts, and billiards. Interesting. That's kind of a neat design. Spiders, darts, and bar. 7th Panther Cup. Huh. They must be doing getting ready to play Oblivion in a bit. Okay. Yeah, I've never played Oblivion original, even, so haven't gotten around to any of the Elden Ring games. Really should at some point. I don't know. I've been thinking more and more lately about, like, anime girls. I wonder what the prices are for. Is this like a cosplay cafe or something? Because it's got times with, like, I think that's times, right? Because 60 minutes, 90 minutes, 120 minutes with, like, different prices. I mean, it could be a cosplay 18 plus place, but DVD, video comic, perfect private room and soundproofing room. Interesting. It's got some claw machines in there. Crane games. Nothing else, though. But yeah, no, I've been thinking more lately about, like, massage place. What's actually worth my time, you know? Like, because you've only got so much limited amount of time, so I've been thinking about, like, for example, scaling back on, like, my to-read list. Because I'm almost at 365 days worth of reading straight on my anime list. Hi, old lady. And so I'm trying to think, like, maybe there are some things that just aren't worth the time. Because, like, let's say I want to play Oblivion. You know, like, Oblivion and, like, the Elder Scroll games can take a while, right? Like, probably not as long, unless you want to do everything, as, like, a normal playthrough of Persona 5 or something. But, like, it takes a while, right? Like, it's a good 60, 70 hours, probably. So, and it's a game that can be, those games can be replayed multiple times. Same with, like, Fallout and stuff. I don't know. I don't know. I'm still, like, trying to wrestle with the fact that my time is limited and that some things just aren't worth my time. And, like, I have a fear of missing out on something good, because I always hear about, like, all these amazing games that everybody's playing and, you know, and, like, all this other stuff. And I always kind of wish that I was, like, a person who enjoyed, like, one series or something, or, like, one style of game, so I could, like, really deep dive on that. But I just enjoy variety too much, and trying different things, and trying new things. And I think that's still valid, and I think that's totally worthwhile. But I probably can, like, at least recognize the fact that not everything is worth my time, or I'm not going to be able to enjoy everything. For example, like, with playing games off stream, I keep, like, having to remind myself that it's okay to drop games that I just don't enjoy, or I am not going to finish. For example, I have a game that I started playing, like, I started replaying at the start of this year, Metro Exodus, and I really do enjoy that game. I think it's a really good game, but I'm like halfway through it, and it's been 2 months since I've touched it, so realistically I should probably just say, yeah, I enjoy it, but, like, I guess I'm not going to finish replaying it. And that's fine, right? I got my entertainment out of it. Well, the thing is, I do enjoy it. It's just, like, not everything is worth the time. It's like, here you go, bike. I enjoy a lot of different things, but, like, I don't enjoy them equally, right? So, and that was also something, like, with thinking about, like, starting to get into the SMT series. Like, there's a lot of SMT games. I don't know how far back I'm gonna go. Like, Lorenzo was sending me the whole list of, like, all the games, like, old games, like, going back to, like, the original, like, stuff on the Sega Saturn and stuff, right? But, like, how much of that is stuff I'm gonna actually want to play, right? I don't know. I think I probably go about, like, maybe I'll do some of the mainline SMT games all the way back that far, like SMT 1 and 2, but maybe SMT If, but that's about it. I can't imagine myself going back farther too much than the PS2 era when it comes to that kind of stuff. Just not super interested. I think some of those games haven't aged particularly well. It's kind of like going back and playing the original Final Fantasy. It's kind of interesting, but, like, objectively, you know, it's the first game out of a series that has, like, a lot of iterations. Yeah. It might be kind of fun to play that with, like, a VR headset or something, actually. I could see myself doing that, like, trying some Virtual Boy games on an emulator with my VR headset. That'd be kind of fun, if that works out the way I think it would. Yeah, it looks pretty good. It'll be interesting to see how that stacks up to, what was that remaster project that people were doing, fans were doing? I think, turning basically, Elder Scrolls 5 into Elder Scrolls, Oblivion, right? But remastered. I think that's what was going on with that. It was set to release, like, sometime in the next couple of years here. It was, like, pretty far along. Sky Oblivion, yeah. Oh, it's mixing Skyrim and Oblivion's map? Okay, gotcha. I think that's right, yeah. It'll be interesting to see how the remaster stacks up to that. Honestly, I can only imagine that they were, like, they saw how, What was it? What was the space game that they recently released? Well, recently, a few years ago now. Todd Howard and his space game. They saw that one. They were like, fuck. Go back to Skyrim. Oh, we can't go back to Skyrim again. Okay, Oblivion, fine. Okay. Yeah, Starfield, yeah. Yeah, I really have to get into the Half-Life series. That's one series that I'm definitely like, yeah, that's worth my time. Because I have a VR headset, so I could play through the whole series at some point. Anyway. I'm just messing around with, yeah, I know. I don't usually. But I'll do that if I'm, like, quoting somebody here. Yeah, no, I don't usually curse. You're right. It feels very awkward for me to curse, doesn't it? Yes. Yeah. Well, I mean, I do so sometimes, like, when I'm reading out, like, character dialogue and stuff, but yeah. Even then, it's like I'm doing a voice, so it's not really me doing it. Even there, I'm, like, doing a voice, you know, of, like, yeah, I don't know. I don't have an opinion. I gotta play him at some point. I feel like I remember watching the, like, Half-Life, but, like, the AI is self-aware and stuff, but, yeah. YouTube retracted the message before Sky Oblivion. I don't know why. What am I to do? It's already been months and still nothing. I heard Yamauchi and Takanaka already have multiple offers. We're the only ones left. I'm up to 80 rejections now. My self-esteem is shot. Nothing comes through for me either. Never thought it would take this long. What are they talking about? Maybe we're just unemployable. There must be somewhere that'll take us. We're all in this together. Sounds like their job hunt isn't going so well. Hey, I saw something interesting at the train station the other day. Would you guys be up for a group interview?
Oh.
What? You mean all of us interviewing together? Yeah, we all go in at the same time and we take turns typing each other up. Sounds way less stressful than a regular interview. I guess there's more than one way to get a job. Oh, that sounds awesome. I'd be way more relaxed with you guys in the same room. Where do we apply? I'm in too. But do you think we can really be ready on such short notice? In that case, how about we do a practice run? I know a place that does mock interviews. It's 4 people to a group though. We'll need to find someone to come with us. Well, let's give Masuki a call. I bet he's still unemployed. Good idea. I'll get in touch with him in a sec. Mock interviews are held in a spot in Park Boulevard. Let's get our confidence up and show that interviewer who's boss.
Oh.
Yeah. See you over there. Okay.
Oh.
One of them dropped something. Job seeker amulet. They were headed to Park Boulevard, right? If I head that way, maybe I'll deliver it. Sure, why not? Where's Park Boulevard? Park. But no, I just don't curse too much. Obviously, my parents didn't like me cursing when I was younger, so I never really got in the habit of doing so. I can count in one hand the amount of times my dad cursed in front of me. At least in front of me. And I didn't grow up, like, with the internet as much, so I didn't, like, have a bunch of people yelling at me in COD lobbies or anything to, like, get used to it. I have noticed myself getting a bit more used to swearing, though, as I get older, just because I hear it more often, you know, in the media and stuff I consume. Hey, rich man, let me empty your pockets a minute. I could use a boost to my cash. Alright, what do we have to, like, use a heat action on you here? What kind of a weapon do I have equipped? Okay. Yeah, I don't know, it's still hard for me to, like, get over the idea of, like, I guess getting rid of things, because I've gotten rid of things before in my life and then wished I had them later. But at the same time, you know, it's like the more things you have, the more things you have to take care of. Or like the more games you're playing, the more things you have to keep up with. Yeah, it is. Yakuza's been a lot of fun. Yakuza has definitely been one of those things that is worth doing. I think. Because, like, just thinking about, like, video games and stuff, right? Like, the more video game series you get into, the more you have to keep up with. Like, eventually I'll get to the point where I'm just keeping up with new releases for SMT and Persona, right? Like, I'm almost to that point already with Persona, where I've pretty much played all the games. I'm gonna, like, replay some of them probably, like, over the years, and then I'm just gonna keep up with whatever comes out, right? And eventually I'll get that way with, like, Yakuza and, like, probably some other series, so... You know, and eventually I'll probably have less time in my life to play this kind of stuff. So it's like trying to get into that point where I gotta start thinking about like what's worthwhile and like, you know, everything's an opportunity cost. I guess maybe you don't need to worry about it too much. Maybe it'd be best to just kind of do a vibe check on like the things in my to read list or whatever at some point. You know, just be like, okay, vibe check. Do I vibe with this enough to like keep going with it? Even if it's bad, do I just like enjoy it enough to like keep going with it? Eh? Oh, it's a live stream. Okay, so where are those kids? Oh, they must be down here. But yeah, once I get to 350, 65 days of like reading manga straight on Mal, I'll have to give some recommendations. That'd be fun in a little video to do. Just be like, hey, here's 10 things I recommend after reading for 365 days straight. Or something like that. Be kind of fun. Like I said, I want to do some smaller projects once I'm done with the current one, so. Hey, are you here for the mock interview? Yes? Do you need something? I think you dropped this. My charm! I thought I'd lost it for good. That's some bad luck, losing your charm. Maybe that's why we're in this mess. Hey, don't blame it on me. This is all Masui's fault. Is something wrong? Well, we were supposed to have a mock group interview today. Oh, yeah, no. The thing I use for streaming in both Twitch and YouTube, it auto puts that in there. It's super annoying. I think I have to pay them a subscription to, like, have them not do that. It's basically kind of like their watermark thing for their free tier. I take it out of the description when I remember to do that. Yeah, no, it just Restream does that every single time. Well, we were supposed to have a mock group interview today, but our fourth dropped out at the last minute. Masui was supposed to join us, but apparently he got a job offer. He waited till now to text me, though, and the interview's in a few minutes. We need a minimum of 4. After all that practice, too. We left you guys in quite a bind. We would have been fine if someone hadn't dropped their charm. Hey, don't pin this on me. It's not like you helped either. Enough, you two. Fighting won't solve anything. Hey, are you free right now? Why do you ask? Well, we are all pretty bummed about not being able to do the mock interview. We practiced so hard. I was just wondering, well, if you'd be our fourth. Me? What are you thinking? You can't just rope a random stranger into this. But he looks professional enough. Besides, he was nice enough to bring back the charm, right? So, sir, I'm sorry to ask this of you, but could you help us? I'm not exactly a student. Ugh, we're hopeless. I wish a nice cushy job would just fall into my lap. I don't want to see their practice go to waste either, but what should I do? Of course we'll help. Alright, as long as you're sure I'll fit in. You'll really help? Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you! My name's Katayama. Yeah, no, I was doing those before Reload was a thing. Like, a few years ago. I really gotta get back on playing P3 Fez off stream so I can get some good footage. I want to redo, like, at least the social link stuff a little bit, There was some errors I made in like how to unlock all the social links. So I'm trying to do a video, do an off-stream playthrough to get some footage for more videos in the future, including one where I'm trying to do a playthrough where I get everything done, like all the social links done in one go, without New Game Plus. So we'll see how that works out. At the very least, I've learned quite a few fun things. For example, I've been making sure to check the in-game TV every day, and there's some funny or interesting things that come on the TV every once in a while. Like, there's legit a day in like the first month or two of the game where when you check the TV, there's like a minor earthquake and the whole screen shakes. It's kind of fun. Eventually, I'd like to do like a video comparing all three versions of P3, but that means I have to play through P3 Portable and reload eventually as well, but eventually I'll get there. You really? Okay. I'm curious. Are you sure about this, Katayama? This guy's, well, he's old. I don't care if he's 80. We just need a fourth. You're a lifesaver, Kiryu-san. Anyway, during the interview, you should try to say stuff that flows with what we're talking about. You know, to back us up. Then when it gets your turn, just try to make it sound as good as possible. Oh, and thank you again, Kiryu-san. What have I gotten myself into now? Thank you all for coming today. Let's begin the interview. As this is a group interview, we'll have each of you take a turn to tell us about yourselves. Fez or Reload? I assume you mean Fez. Yeah, I started playing Fez, and got like a month or two in, realized that I missed a lot of stuff where I was like way behind in terms of like social stats or whatever, and I did a whole bunch of research and started over. So those videos came out of like when I was doing all that research for you know, doing better at the game and the social link stuff. And after I really enjoyed playing it on stream and everything, I was like, okay, I'm gonna go back and like make some videos. When I was trying to think of like YouTube videos I could make, I'm like, I know a lot about P3 Fez at this point, and there aren't any really good videos about like guides or anything for the game. And even the videos I made, I wouldn't say are super great. They were some of the first YouTube videos I made, and even now I'm still feel like I could use a lot of practice at making videos, but you know, they're there. They're better than nothing, I guess, which is kind of what was there before, so there's that at least. I'd like to make some better stuff, but yeah. We can start with introductions. I am Takumi Masiwa. Okay, I'm just gonna say I'm butchering these names. I can't do it. I'm Chika Mizuguchi. My name's Toshiki Katayama. Kiryu. Kazuma Kiryu. Well, we're all very excited to be here, sir. It's nice to meet you. Okay, so it's not like the live, like, respond within a certain time frame window thing. It's just, like, pick the right response. This should be fairly easy. It's nice to meet you. It's nice to meet you. Okay. Wonderful. An energetic greeting is a positive first impression for any potential employer. The sub-story gets a sequel in 6. Gosh, well, here's hoping I remember that for, like, next year. Because it won't be until, like, next year till I get to 6. Maybe I'll remember. Who knows? It'll probably, like, sit in the depths of my mind for some reason, and then I'll remember it when we play 6. Like, probably when I'm, like, until I'm playing 6, I won't be able to remember it at all, but then it'll all come flooding back as soon as I start doing, like, the sequel sub-story. I don't know, my brain's kind of weird like that, where, like, there are details and things about, like, games and stuff that if you ask me about them straight up, I wouldn't be able to tell you, but when I'm, like, playing the game, I can be like, oh yeah, this, and this. Excited for Dead Souls? Yeah, Dead Souls should be fun. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, a lot of the information I got was from like old GameFAQs guides. In fact, for the yeah, I am. If you'd like to hop over there, you can as well. I think there is a there's a link to it in the description below the like copy pasta that the thing does. I think that command should work there over on YouTube. Hopefully it does. If not, then I should probably fix that. What was I saying? Yeah, even the playthrough I'm doing now off stream, I'm trying to... Okay, fair enough. I'm trying to get all the social link stuff done without following the like day-by-day guide that's available. I actually bought a old physical like guide for P3 semi-recently, and I've gotten some interesting information out of that, and it's kind of fun to have one of those things. I enjoy collecting older like game guides for games I like. I actually have one for Skyrim, by the way. Speaking of Nash, I have like a official guide for Skyrim from like forever ago. All right, now then, let's hear a little bit about your strengths. But don't get too carried away, or it'll sound like you're bragging. Why don't you start us off, Masai-kun?
Hi.
Well, I spent a lot of time in college playing futsal. It's basically 5-on-5 indoor soccer, on a smaller field. That was so good they made me captain of the team, and we went on to play second in a citywide tournament. Being a team player is important. Agreed. And second place is a fantastic result. Masai-kun really has incredible focus when he's playing futsal. I mean, I did make a lot of great friends on the team. The guys always used to talk about how I was a great social lubricant. He really helps people get along. That's splendid. Don't you think? Also, Masawa-kun has incredible social skills. He's really outgoing too. Now that I think about it, I wouldn't even know Katayama-kun if Masawa-kun hadn't introduced us.
Hi.
Great point. He's so good at connecting people and making sure they get along. I look forward to utilizing those skills in a more professional environment. Well, that's it for me. Thank you for listening. Great. You're next, Mizuguchi-san.
Hi.
My best asset is my cooking, for sure. Nobody can top my signature potato salad. I feel like it probably wasn't potato salad in the original. They probably westernized that, where it's like probably the dish originally was a more traditional Japanese dish. Maybe not, but that's just a guess. Not to be rude, but how exactly do you plan to apply that to a workplace? Well, it shows she's a diligent worker. If Mizuguchi-san can learn to perfect a recipe, she can do the same at her job. Right. You constantly have to multitask when you cook, too. I'm confident I can bring that ability to the workplace. Well said. I look forward to seeing where your career takes you, Mizuguchi-san. Moving on. Is there anything else you'd like to tell us? Let me see. Oh! A year ago, I went on a soul-searching trip to India. It was enlightening. I like how it's so obvious, like, what the correct answer is, because, like, one's, did you eat good curry? I bet you didn't find your soul. And then the other is, it's good to experience other cultures. It's, like, very obvious what the correct answer is. I have no soul. I have no soul. Have a great day. I don't have one either. Gosh. Vine it. Oh my gosh, old Vines. I wasn't even on Vine. I still remember some of those. It's good to experience other cultures. Learn their values, know their struggles. Exactly. Seeing how people lived in India really opened up my eyes to how narrow my view of the world was. I see. It sounds like that was a valuable experience for you. It was. I think back on what I learned there very often. Well, that's it for me. Thank you for listening. Yeah, she was hanging out today.
Yeah.
That was great. Thank you. Katayama-san, you're up next. Okay, now what to talk about? When I was in college, I became totally captivated by the field of robotics. Explains why you're so robotic yourself. Are you trying to go to the moon? Howdy, howdy. That's a future-proof industry. Indeed, robotics is what drives our society and possibly even the whole world forward. Didn't your research win some kind of award, Katayama? That's right. I had a pretty big impact on the academic world. Speaking of my research, I got pretty frustrated by it at times, but my teacher motivated me to push through that. Finally reaching my goal showed me the value of tenacity. As they say, persistence pays dividends. I played till 3 and I need to get back. But Like a Dragon Chainsaw Formula is the oddest like game franchise, especially Majima. Yeah, it's pretty out there. It's like not the weirdest Japanese game I would say I've seen, but like it is definitely like the weirdest like game series like that continues to go out. Like there's some really old, like I guess I would say weird shmups and stuff where you're like fighting giant buff dudes in space with a like a with a spaceship and stuff. Like there's some pretty out there stuff, but like as a long running kind of mainstream series, it's definitely pretty out there. Although I guess it didn't really become mainstream too much in the West until Yakuza 0 for various reasons. Yeah, I want to get through, after this, I'm going to take a little bit of a break, because I played Pirate before this, and 1 before this, so I'm probably going to take a break after this, play some DMC, and then come back and play 3 and 4 later this year, like after DMC 5. So, should be a good time. And then also Dead Souls for Halloween. And then probably next year I'll try and like get up to like 5 and 6 and stuff. We'll see how far we get. One year at a time. I hadn't heard that one. I know about the bear and I know about the giant squid, but I didn't know about the tractor. Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see what this game series looks like with RPGs. It'll be kind of funny too, because like I mostly play RPGs like on the weekends and stuff. So it'll be interesting to see this game series kind of transition into a more RPG style of stuff. Maybe they mean 3 remaster or whatever. But yeah, technically there's not like a full-on remake of like 3 or anything, and like a newer engine, which is what Kiwami 1 and 2 are. Finally reaching my goal showed me the value of tenacity. As they say, persistence pays dividends. If only you treated job hunting like that. That's a great workplace attitude.
Hi.
Thank you. I use what I learned from my robotics research to propel myself forward in the professional world. Yeah, like all these responses are such like, they're such Persona 3 and 4 responses where it's like clearly correct choice and then like funny choice, dick choice. Just like, do you want to be right, funny, or just an asshole? It just kind of reminds me of that. I can't wait to see where you end up. Me either. I think back on my work very fondly. Okay. Yeah, I usually just buy them on Steam, because, you know, I can play them all on PC that way, and also mod support is pretty nice, so. Although Dead Souls I'll have to buy on the PS3, so. Because, you know, the PS3 shop is still open, crazily enough. Well, that's all I have to say. I hope I've performed to your standards. That leaves us with you, Kiryu-kun. You're not exactly a recent graduate, are you?
Hey.
Right. I, decided to spend some time in the real world. So you're seeking a mid-career realignment, I take it? In that case, I have a few questions for you. First, what was your previous occupation? Well... I used to be in real estate. Years ago. Real estate? That's a surprise. May I ask what your role was? I actually managed the entire firm. I recruited staff, structured my team, and delegated assignments, all to compete against these 5 evil billionaires. I do remember that. That was an entire 10+ hour stream. I do remember that. I've heard in a video P4 is actually getting a remake like Persona 3. Yes. People found the domain. I mean, it was pretty obvious that they were probably going to do a remake or a remaster or something of Persona 4 at some point, right? especially after the P3 reload. I personally thought it was going to be after Persona 6, but it seems like they're going to do it before Persona 6. So, but yeah, people found the website domain for it. So it's probably happening sometime either this holiday season or sometime early next year would be my guess. Based off of Atlus's like release structure and stuff, because let's see. Just thinking about it, right? Like Atlus, doesn't want to overlap games too much. Yeah, that too. And the remaster of Rideout, the Rideout remaster is coming out in like a month or so, if I remember correctly. So we'll probably see some news about P4 remake coming out sometime this holiday season or early next year. Yeah, well, I am playing P4 next after I literally the start of this weekend. I'm going to start a P4 challenge run, specifically the original version of P4, not Golden. Wow, experience like that will no doubt prove valuable for any company. For your second question, Kiryu-kun, let's see. Why don't you tell us where you see yourself in the next 5 or 10 years? In other words, do you have any career ambitions? I'm thinking of starting an orphanage. I'm sure. Man, isn't it weird how I was talking about, like, man, I feel like running the orphanage would be a really interesting side activity, kind of like running the cabaret club or something. I'm sure that'll never happen. I'm sure that will never be a thing that happens in this series. I'm sure. No. Yes. I remember playing Persona 5 and then 2 days after Persona 5 Royal to play it all over again. That's kind of cool. I don't know if I can do that personally. I need to wait like a good month or so before replaying a game. Like, I'm probably going to play P3 Portable later this year off stream, so I can start recording footage for that and doing some videos about that. Oh, what was the other one that predicted the future, if you don't mind my asking? Oh, he becomes a taxi driver in 5. That's fun. Yeah, I'm unemployed too. Looking for a job, but, till then I'm working on this stuff. Could mostly keep my schedule the same in terms of streams too, once I start working. If I work a regular 9 to 5. Or, well, I guess more of a 7 to 3, really, but yeah. I'm actually thinking of starting an orphanage. Helping those who can't help themselves has always been one of my strong suits. That is very true for Kiryu. That is very, very true. What a splendid goal, Kiryu-kun. You must truly care about children in need. Kiryu-san has shown us nothing but kindness for as long as we've known him. Interesting. I must say, Kiryu-kun, that changes my opinion of you somewhat. Looks like our time is up. Does anyone have anything else to say? One more thing, yes? Are you balding? Thank you for having us. Wonderful. A pleasant farewell is the perfect way to close an interview and ensure you're memorable. I'll have to remember all this for if I ever get an actual in-person interview. The rarity that those are today. I feel like most interviews are over the phone or over Zoom now. I imagine, like, for higher tier positions or like management positions, they still do in-person interviews, but I don't know, I feel like that doesn't happen too much anymore. Well, everyone, that brings our mock interview to a close. Thank you all for your hard work today. And brings our mock interview to a close. Let's see how you did. That was perhaps the best mock interview I've ever conducted. You guys are ready for the real thing. Just wait outside for a few moments while I prepare. You don't mind sticking around, do you? Of course not. We did it! You saved us, Kiryu-san. I never thought a mock interview could turn into a real opportunity. This is incredible. I'm happy for you guys. We couldn't have done it without your help, Kiryu-san. Thanks for sticking with us. I'm forever in your debt. We'll never forget you. I hope your next interview goes just as well, but I should probably step out. We totally understand. Here, I know this isn't much, but we owe you one, big time. Yeah, Kiryu went from, like, running a real estate firm to being a cabaret manager now. He still owns like an entire business. Well, he doesn't own, but he runs an entire business, right? He's not the owner there. He's just the manager. Oh, nice. Japanese diver's watch. Huh, that's kind of fun. I have so much equipment. I don't know what to do with. I'll just send a sacrifice stone. I've never used the stones that auto revive you. I've never used the auto revive equipment ever. You know me, I like to hoard items, so I just never use them. Well, we should get back up there. Right. Oh, and that stuff you made up about yourself was incredible, Kiryu-san. You almost had me convinced it was real. But it was real. That's what you found unlikely? If you thought that stuff was unlikely, wait until you hear about the other stuff Kiryu gets up to. Alright, well, that was fun. Let's go, let's go over to the, I guess to the funeral then in a minute. We're right next to a cab, so now's a good time. Get through the rest of chapter 10 here. That's fun. Yeah, sub-stories in this game are pretty good. Oh man, I can't kick the can. I was hoping this can had physics, but nope. No, it does have physics. There we go. Satisfied. Oh, it broke. Yeah, because Dragon Engine. Step on anything, it just breaks. I wonder if I can, like... I imagine with the Dragon Engine, there's, like, some, like, stuff where you can, like, break the boundary for, like, speedrunning purposes. Which is next game? Kira does become a taxi driver. The Orphanage, which is next game. Gotcha. The same goes in like a Dragon, like you're a billionaire businessman, but you're running around fighting goons. Felt odd playing like that. Same with all the Yakuza games. Yeah, especially with Zero, where you have like billions in your pocket and you're like beating up guys for thousands of dollars or whatever. I don't know, that game was kind of fun though when it came to money. Yeah, the best way of like, it is very funny that the best way of like making money and getting stronger in this game is you squeeze money out of guys at the cabaret club, and then you just go and spend it all on eating crab and like taking laxatives for like 2 hours straight, and you just buy everything. That's like the most quickest way to like get strong in this game, is just abusing that. Oh, the mystery drink. I still don't know what the mystery drink does. I imagine it has random effects. It's interesting that it's got Majima's like mask thing on there. I know it's got a proper name. I know it's not like just his mask, but yeah, that's what I associate it with in this game. It's not like an Oni mask because it's got like a specific name. Like they literally call him by like that name when he's wearing that mask in Kiwami 2. Or Kiwami 1? No, Kiwami 1. Yeah, Kiwami 1. What was I up to? Oh, right. I wanted to give the old lady the photo so we could get the next scroll from her. A minute. Yeah, the disparity between, like... Especially whenever you run into somebody with, like, money problems in these games. Like, there was a guy who was, like, owed another dude, like, 3 million yen. And I was, like, thinking to myself, I have 3 million yen in my pocket. I could just solve this problem right here, right now. And I could go and, like, make another 3 million yen in, like, 20 minutes just at the cabaret club. It does kind of, like, undermine a lot of sub-stories where, like, money is an issue. Because it's just, like, here's 3 million yen or whatever, right? But 3 and 4 are a lot about the orphanage. Okay. Yeah, well, we'll get to that later this year, so it'll be fun. Again, I do think that, like, a cabaret or, like, a orphanage, like, managing simulator would be kind of fun for a side thing instead of like the cabaret or whatever. Just like being able to like, I don't know how it would work exactly. I just know that like you would be able to like invest in like the orphanage and like buy them like a fully golden like play place or something, you know, like just like completely just trick it out and like make it way over the top. Ooh, guitar guy. Oh, nice. Yeah, I was editing the For the P5R Pixie Only video, we wore the Yakuza outfits for the Shido Palace because, you know, there's that Yakuza dude in the basement. And at the time, I hadn't played any of the Yakuza games, so I had no context for the outfits, but it was fun when I was like going through and editing it. I was like, oh, that's what that outfit's for. Oh, An's wearing Majima's outfit and that kind of stuff. It was fun. Yeah, I do wish that especially in some of the later games, like, I feel like we're not too far into Kiryu's stuff because this is only the second game, but I feel like especially as we get into like 3, 4, and 5, and 6, it's going to become like more and less real. I don't know. I feel like it'd become more and more ridiculous that no Yakuza goon ever just like realizes, oh fudge, it's Kiryu, and just like runs off, you know? Yeah, it'd be nice if like, especially like later on in the games, if like there were like a few scenes, especially towards the start, where like Kiryu shows up and like people just like, there's at least one dude who recognizes him and just like runs off, you know? It's like, oh shit, it's Kiryu. And like, you know, probably by 6, he's like a legend, right? Like he's already pretty well known. Like he's called a dragon for a reason, right? And so by the time of like 6 and all that stuff, I feel like people should just like see Kiryu coming and like if they know who he is, they know the legends, like they should either be like, the legends aren't real, or they should shit their pants and run. Yeah, I guess in some ways. Yakuza 4 is the one game where Kiryu is the least important. Yeah. Here's your photo view, yeah. Here you go, Granny. Yeah, he does. He becomes, well, in 1, he becomes chairman for like 5 seconds. Literally like a day, he becomes the 5th chairman. And he is referred to as such, even though he was only 5th chairman for like a day before passing it off. Wow, I always knew you'd be the spice in my rice. What a face. It is very funny that for most of the Yakuza series, Kiryu isn't in the Yakuza. Like, after Yakuza 1, for the most part, he isn't really in the Yakuza. He does work for them a lot still. And like, he still has like people he knows like in the Yakuza, and he ostensibly is Yakuza still. But like, he's not technically Yakuza. And like, as time has gone on, that's become more and more true, it seems like, to the point where they decide to swap over to Like a Dragon with the new protagonist, and kind of like soft rebooting the series to be more about like some of the new protagonists than Kiryu, it seems. Yakuza 4 is more about introducing new protags. That's interesting. Wow, I just knew you'd be the Spice Myers. What a face. Okay. This must have been tough to find, huh? Pretty boy like him probably has tons of fans. It's actually pretty easy. All I had to do was ask. Thank you much for this, Kazu-chan. Let me give you a little something for your trouble. Scroll of Impenetrable Body. Our scroll. Looks like just like the one you gave me last time. There's a reason for that. You see, it's part 2 of the trilogy. Got even more nice Lotus School techniques crammed in there. Sounds interesting. Thanks, Granny. Come on back soon, Kazu-chan. Alright. 3 new protags, yeah. I heard that, like, as we go along, we're gonna get more and more protags. Like 3S3, 4S4. Which sounds kind of crazy, but also, it's Yakuza, baby. Essence of the Lotus Spear. New heat action while holding a spear. Let me grab the heat actions for the Tonfa and the Kali sticks instead. We are hungry, though, so we could go eat some crab or something. Actually, we should probably go eat some sushi, because we're lower on blue XP than anything else. Yeah, it's like, one last job. over and over again. It's literally the meme of the like movies where it's like another sequel where it's just like one last job. I think Yakuza 1 and 2 are kind of interesting though, because they're still in that stage of like Yakuza 1, right, is its own self-contained story because they didn't know if they were ever going to get a sequel or anything. Yakuza 2 is trying to like be a sequel to that game and still has a love interest and stuff, but they're not sure if they're going to have like a third or fourth game or anything. Like they don't know if it's going to be like a trilogy. And then it sounds like at number 4 and stuff, they tried to set up new protagonists going forward. So it'll be interesting to kind of see that progression. It's like interesting to see how the games change and how they write their stories and introduce characters, because as things get further and further along, they're like, this is more of a long running series than we ever thought it would be, right? So interesting to see that progression, I think. Just changes how like they write stuff and how they think about like long term, what do we want the series to look like, I think. Seven, jeez. Yeah. Yeah, I guess it'll be interesting to see how it is in Like a Dragon. Yeah, I really am interested to get to the RPG stuff when it comes to these games, because, you know, RPGs are a bit more my bread and butter when it comes to, like, especially the weekend streams, so it'll be interesting to see this and that overlap, like I said, and all the wacky craziness that Yakuza gets up to when it becomes an RPG. Oh, I never noticed this thing blows out, like, smoke and stuff. It must be connected to, like, the exhaust of, like, their, grill or something. Man, there's a lot of cool details in this game. Oh. Yeah, I can imagine. Yeah, I've played SMT and Persona games. I can imagine cheating in some of those games and still losing. Depends on how much you cheat, I suppose. Like, even if you gave yourself, like, something like infinite money, it still wouldn't help you with, like, P3 Fez Elizabeth. It would help, like, make good stuff, but it, like, wouldn't, like, fully help you. Well, it is an RPG. Yeah, I know there's, like, summons in the games, in the RPG games, that are fun. Where you can just, like, have a cow or something run in and, like, do a bunch of damage or something. Kamaki knockback. Press triangle when blocking an enemy attack. Sure, we'll take that. What do I need for this? Okay. Do we have any, like, laxatives I could drink and then, like, go eat some? Yeah. Let's go eat some crab a minute. Actually, the drugstore is right nearby. Do we need any healing items before we go to the next story thing and I have to beat up a bunch of dudes? Might be good to do some of this stuff. No, I'm full on that. Grab 2 of these. No, I think we're pretty good. Actually, no, I do need health stuff, don't I? Did that sell stuff that just... Oh, here we go. Oh, I already have the max amount of that. Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough. I'll buy like 10 of these. Yakuza 7 is cool because the only RPG with a group of 40 to 50-year-olds, which is rare. The only other one I can think of is maybe like Lisa. Like Lisa, the protagonists in that are all like middle-aged dudes, but yeah. But yeah, you're right. That's very unusual to have like people older than like 18 to 20 range being like protagonists for an RPG. Or if it is, it's like the one like old monk dude or whatever, right? Huh. Yeah, like I said, it'll be interesting checking out those games. Oh, giant paper fan. I should try out the new heat action we have with the blocking. Look at all those people squatting down. Oh, my bad. Okay. No, that's just the counter. Yeah, there's so many heat actions in this game that are contextual, like based off like blocking an enemy and stuff. That's a little hard to tell what you're gonna end up doing sometimes. Oh, I never saw what the Kali 6 heat action was. Here we go. Is this? Oh no, that is different than 0. Okay, cool. I was wondering if it was the same one, but no. At least I don't remember it being the same one. Here. Okay. Let's see what the Tonfa one is a minute. So many quick cuts. Sometimes it's a little hard to tell what's going on. Oh my gosh. Blood coming out of his nose there. Do you guys think that there's a acceptable amount of blood? Like, do you wish that there was more or less blood in the series when it comes to like brawls? I think for how cartoony they can be, I think the like over the top amount of blood that like quickly fades away works pretty well, right? Where it's like there's so much blood and then you end the fight and it's like, oh okay, Kiryu's suit is just like as clean as it was when you went into the fight. I think honestly if like there was more realistic like effects, it would become less cartoony and it would be a little bit more brutal. Like some of the animations for like beating people up in these games are already pretty brutal. So if like you added on like, I don't know, the camera where you like from that one sniper game where you see somebody's balls get destroyed or something, you know, I think it would kind of change the nature of it. Although maybe the balls destroying one would actually be kind of funny still. That one would probably still be funny, but yeah. Yeah, a lot of RPGs have like younger protagonists. I think that's for a couple of reasons. One, people like playing as attractive characters, so they'll do like young attractive characters for their playable characters. The other reason is that's your demographic that you're selling to, right? You're selling to people who are younger, who have some disposable income and more time, so that, and also especially with like, nice, now we can block blades and bullets. Nice, because we eat crab. Especially with like stuff like the Persona series and stuff, right? Your high school and like when you're younger is like a coming of age kind of thing, so you have like a lot of coming of age stories where at the end, you know, like you become a much more complete person. I do think that sometimes though that like they go pretty young. I think the most annoying thing for me when looking at like stories that have like kids acting in ways that are much more mature for them is like they'll have like, and this isn't like video games, mostly this is stuff like with manga and everything, where you'll have a plot where somehow middle schoolers are like being possessive over each other or getting like all like complicated love triangles about who they like in middle school, where it's like middle schoolers barely can understand the concept of like getting married or being in love with someone. It's very odd to see them like behave like that, you know? And it's usually just out of convenience, I feel like, for the writer or author, where they don't want to like have to set up or like do a major time skip to like high school or something, and so they just like start planting the seeds when they're, even if they're like in middle school or something, for like the eventual thing. This is mostly a thing I've seen actually with like romance novels and stuff, that, or I guess manhwa, that's like for ladies, where they'll like have characters who are kind of like possessive or like into the main female lead, even though they're like in middle school or elementary school. I don't understand why that is, but yeah. I hope in Persona 6 they switch up the story a little bit and like maybe do college or job would be good, but looking at this, I don't think they will do it, but a man can hope. I think that Persona at this point has become too baked into the whole school aesthetic for them to do anything. I personally hope that we go back to a more rural setting, less urban setting for Persona 6. I would like to see more like Persona 4 vibes from the town that we live in, but we'll see. But yeah, I think that like Persona's just too baked into like the whole high school thing. Like I said, coming of age, you know, trying to figure out who you are, The whole like going to school Monday through Saturday, Friday, whatever, and hanging out with people, trying to do things to do in your off time, like taking up a club or part-time jobs. I think it's just too baked into all that kind of stuff. I think that you could see maybe some spin-off games or stuff like where they tweak how the mechanics work and like change it into something like Metaphor, where Metaphor uses a somewhat similar system, a pretty similar system, I should say, for its like travel thing, but it's like in a different context. And I think Metaphor's travel context was pretty good. I think that it wasn't fully executed properly, or not properly, but not to its full extent. I think they can improve upon it, but it was the first one, so maybe Metaphor 2 or whatever will be better. Yeah, yeah. Well, I mean, like, there is, like, the world is ending in Persona 3, right? Persona 3 gets fairly dark, and especially towards the end, you know, you have a full, like, doomsday cult going around with a bunch of graffiti. People are starting to get more and more hopeless. There's more apathy syndrome stuff going on. Persona 4, you know, the fog starts creeping into reality, and everything. Persona 5, you have everybody like wishing like for things to just be, what was it, for to have somebody else think for them and stuff, with the Holy Grail and everything. Persona 5 Royal, everybody's going to be put into a dream state where nothing is really real. I mean, like, there are like world affecting consequences to all the Persona games, but like some of them are less dark than others. Like, people don't realize how much is going on in Persona 5. There were some, like, Persona 5 Royal adds a whole like ending where you just accept the world as is and like don't try and fight against Maruki as much, right? In fact, I saw a thing the other day where apparently, you know that scene where if you date all the girls on Valentine's Day, they like beat up Joker, right? Apparently there was a version of that scene where like all the girls just kind of accept it because you accept Maruki's reality. And so in Maruki's like fantasy land, like all the girls are just kind of fine with it. I guess they took it out of the game, but it is there, so as like a cut like scene or whatever. So maybe that's wrong. Maybe it was a April Fool's prank or something, but I do like they played out the like little cutscene and stuff and explained where it came from. So maybe I'm being misinformed on that, but an interesting idea at the very least, right? Yeah. The other sad endings are technically like if you fail to do any of the dungeons in time, just like with P4, you know, there are a bunch of bad endings technically with that, where P4, you know, somebody dies if you don't do the dungeon in time. P5, you know, various bad things happen to like the different party members or whatever, if you don't do it in time technically. But like I think P5 Royal is the only way you get like a bad ending if you like choose to like accept Maruki's reality. I don't think in base P5 there's like a thing where you can like choose. I guess you can like, there's not like an ending where you don't realize. You know what would have been a good bad ending is if you had to like, just like in P4, you had to suss out that Akechi wasn't on the level. If you had to do that in P5, you know, or in P4, you know how you have to suss out the murderer. If in P5 you had to suss out that Akechi was not on the level, and if you didn't figure it out, you would get a bad ending where Joker just dies there instead of like having the fake out ending or the fake out thing. That would have been cool. That would have been a good place to have like a bad ending, quote unquote, you know. And then you could just like reload a save if you don't figure it out and just like make the correct choice, hopefully. I think that would have been good. Or like maybe Joker wouldn't die, but like Joker would get locked away or something, you know. Yeah, I think I it's been a minute, but I think with P5 Royal they say it's only Japan for now, but it would be the whole world eventually. Like it's spreading outwards, I think. Like I think that's the whole point is like Maruki doesn't have a full grasp over the world yet before the end of the game, so you're trying to stop him from getting full grasp over the before he can get full grasp over the world. But yeah, that would have been a cool like bad ending for P5. There's a dude who wants us to beat him up. Okay, some of the Yakuza have sent a assassin after me. Oh, there's a couple dudes down here. We should go beat them up. I keep getting distracted from the next story thing, don't I? All right, well, let's go beat up these dudes, and then I really will go to the next story thing. We'll go to that funeral. All right, let me just fast travel down there a minute. Where's this dude? He's not over here. This is the gambling area. But it says he's over here somewhere. Maybe he is over by the gambling area. Maybe on the roof? There is roof access or something. Because we've been up there before. Overall, I think that P5 Royal's story was pretty good, like the story that they added on with Maruki and everything. I think he's kind of an interesting character. One thing that I will say is that I hope Persona 6 comes up with a more interesting plot than... Man, this is so cool looking up here. Sorry. I just, like... Wind physics. I don't know, something about that got me. Although you do have the weird, like, black square shading thing going on, so there is that. One thing that I hope P6 gets away from a little bit is both P5 and P4 go with the like whole somebody you know isn't being on the level the whole time. P4 is a murder mystery goal, and like P5 you know has a catchy. So I understand why is because it's a really cool idea to have somebody who you can hang out with and become friends with like betray you or like turn out to be not who they say they are. But I hope they kind of get away from that a little bit in P6 because I feel like it's been a little bit overdone. And you had the same thing kind of with the Maruki as well with P5 Royal. I understand why it's like a really good idea narratively, but I feel like it's been a little bit overdone. Or if they do it, I hope they can do it a little bit better. P4 was pretty good. P5, not as good. I think the main thing with P5 is, like I said, if you could figure out the thing with Akechi on your own, if the game just didn't tell it to you, I think it would have worked out better. Because like the only way P5 works is like they have to cut away from Joker at points. That's like, no, you shouldn't be like cutting away from Joker to hide a like mystery about Akechi and like the fact that they've realized that Akechi isn't on the level and like what's going on, and then they have to like explain it later. I think it was such a misstep to have that happen. I wonder if at some point it was designed for like the player to have to answer or like realize Akechi wasn't on the level at some point, but they decided to go and not do it or whatever and not have a fail state there. But I don't know, I think that like the way the Akechi reveal thing was done was like not the best. So yeah, basically he wants a world where everybody is happy. He wants a world of dreams where everybody is always happy, even if it doesn't make sense, even if it like stunts their personal growth. He basically wants like people to live in a daydream where nothing really matters, nothing really happens. Everybody's always like content. Nothing bad ever happens, and like it's not reality. It doesn't like, and in the long run it hurts people because they never grow, you know. Like, what would happen if, let's say Maruki got his wish, but like it didn't extend his lifespan, right? So let's say like everybody lives in a dream for 80 years, and then one day Maruki just dies, right? And like the dream ends, and then like there's been a whole 80 years where everybody has forgotten how to do things properly, and things just kind of collapse without him, right? Like, there's a lot of bad ways that can go bad. What do you want with me? Goes without saying, I'm taking you out right now. All right, Mr. Assassin Man. Let's see how bad this is or good this is. I don't know, whatever. See how this goes. Oh, he's got a grenade. Oh, he's got a flashbang. That makes sense. Oh my gosh, he's wearing purple. Just reminds me of the orcs from 40K. They paint things purple because they think it makes them stealthier, and it actually kind of does in a way, but it's because you've never seen a purple orc. That's their logic. They also paint things red so they'll go faster. They'll paint things like different colors because they think it like does different things, and it technically does. The orcs in 40K are so much fun. Yeah, I mean, it is like appealing, I think, and I think that they do a fairly good job of setting up like why Maruki wants the whole like dream state, and like setting up like how he got his persona and all of that kind of stuff, and like why he views things the way he does. I think they did a pretty good job with that overall. It'll be interesting to see if those writers are working on P6, how they do the story for there. But I'm doing pretty good, Majima. How are you? I can see in my defeat. As such, I'll never lay a hand on you again. I give you this as proof of my word. Dark wood sword. Okay. All right, dude. Can I recruit you yet? No, I think I have to come back up here later, but I should be able to recruit him for Majima construction at some point. But yeah, no, I think overall Maruki was pretty interesting as like a villain, as a more sympathetic villain, you know. Okay. Yeah, I went to bed early yesterday because I spent the whole day just editing and like doing stuff and like doing chores, and I got done with all my chores and all the stuff I wanted to get done for the day at 8 p.m. and I was like, well, I don't know, I guess I'll just go to bed. So I just laid in bed for a couple hours and looked at my phone and then went to sleep. Might do that again today because I have to get up at 5, so might try and get to bed whenever I'm done with all the stuff I need to get done for today. I don't know. It'll be interesting to see P6. It'll be the first full release of a Persona game that I've been like there for, of like a mainline Persona game, because I've been there for all the P5 spin-offs for the most part. Well, I guess not most of, well, not all of them, but most of them. But I haven't been there for like a full release of the game, like been in the series and everything. Yeah, no, I gotta get up at 5 tomorrow, and then like I'll probably get back at 5, so it'll be a long day tomorrow. But yeah, just gotta get to bed a little bit earlier. Man, I really want to get the thing that lets me use bats better. Should we go to the bat? Maybe I'll go to the batting cages at the end of today and just like try and get it. I don't know, just bang my head against the batting cages again for like the last hour or so stream. Okay. Yeah, I recently applied for a warehouse job, but did not get a call back on that one. Oh, each punch felt like I was getting hit by a bag of bricks. Well, I was mostly using a sword, so that checks out. Shit, no wonder you're the talk of the town. I might have lost, but I still had a damn good time. This is my way of saying thanks, so take it. Crowbar. I already have one of those, but thanks. Alright, let's go over and head over to the Patriarch funeral. Where are we heading? Do we have to go over to Kamurocho to get to the... Yeah, looks like it. Okay. Yeah. It can be hard work, but... For sure. But... Pay wasn't bad. I think. I don't know. Depends on where you live, I suppose. Here we go. Clan headquarters. Ooh, Kiryu in his black suit. At least I don't have to sneak in this time, huh? Go through that whole thing. If you would just sign here, but... Oh, my apologies, sir. Yeah, we don't have to go through that whole thing again, huh? Something wrong?
Yeah.
It's just... A lot of the officers and patriarchs haven't shown up yet. I haven't seen or heard from Patriarch Yajima or Patriarch Toda. It would never miss the 5th chairman's funeral. That would be like spitting on the Tojo clan. What could be the holdup? Are all the Persona games connected? Loosely. So Persona 1 and 2 are direct sequels to each other. Well, no. Sorry, rewind. Persona 1 contains references to a game called SMT If, which was kind of the first inspiration of the Persona series, where it was the first time SMT did high schoolers as the protagonists. And then Persona 2 contains some references and has like the P1 cast to show up again, I think, and like be kind of part of the plot and like be there, and like some of them depending on what choices you make, you can have a couple of them join your party for a little bit. And then Persona 3, the group that was doing all the shadow research and was let me see, the group that was doing the shadow research and shoot, I should remember her name. Why is Majima the only name that's coming to my head? It's not. Oh my gosh, Palladion. I can remember her Persona name. Nope, I'll get it. I'm not looking at chat. What is it? Red hair, boots with high heels. Mitsuru. So Mitsuru, the group that Mitsuru's like dad runs and everything, that was a group spin-off of a group that was set up in P1 and P2. That is the only reference to it, P1 and P2 and P3 Fez, outside of the references in the English translation of P3 Fez, where with the online game that you're playing having a bunch of references to Persona 2 with like Maya and all that stuff, and like some of the locations that are referenced in the MMO. In the original Japanese version of Persona 3 and Persona 3 Fez, it's a different game that they're referencing. I think one of the SMT mainline games or something, but they changed the references for the English translation. And then in Persona 4, there is a direct references to Persona 3 with the visit to the island and going to the school as like your trip during one of the vacations, and you get to see some of the characters there. I think also in Persona 4, one of the horror stories that is told by the best friend character, who I'm blanking on name again. The best friend character mentions that like his cousin or somebody he knew, horror story, and it actually did happen, and it's like basically the disappearance of one sec, drink of water. Ah, the enemy. Oh shoot, why am I so bad with names, man? The disappearance of the navigator from P3, Fuka. The disappearance of Fuka, and that's like a horror story that he tells at one point in the game, I think while you're at the school. And then in Persona 3 Portable, they add references to an idol who did a gig at the not the karaoke, the club, who is implied to be Rise from P4. You also get Margaret from P4, but just like as an optional boss, and she gives you some extra quests and stuff. It's just more game content than anything. It's not an actual connection. And then in P5, there are pictures of characters, the main character from P4 dancing, as well as a picture of Rise as an advertisement around the subway station. And then they also were initially planning on putting Nanako in the game, possibly as a party member or something, in the early stages of development, because there's like a grown-up version of Nanako and like some concept art for her, I think, or something. But it didn't make it into too far into the game, like creation process. So that is how much they are connected. And outside of the fighting games, there's a fighting game for Persona 4 that has Persona 3 characters, and they interact a lot in there. And then Persona Q and Q2 also have them interacting, but Persona Q and Q2 are, as far as I can tell, not canonical. In fact, they distinctly say that everybody's going to forget everything. Not sure about Q2. I haven't played through that yet. And then Persona 4 Arena and Ultimax might be more canon, because they never like uncanonized that. And there are references through DLC and stuff to Persona 4 Arena in like P5 and stuff. So that might technically be canon, but there's no like, you don't have to play them in order once you get to 3. 3, 4, and 5 can be played in any order. So that is a long-winded answer to your question, but that is the answer. We've lost so many pillars of the clan since the last year. 5th Chairman Terada was here less than a year, but I can't help but feel that if I had been there that day, I could have protected him. Guilt is tearing me apart. I'm just ashamed that I couldn't do more to save him, you know? I wonder if they make a sequel of any Persona games because they like adults and teach like new Persona years. It'd be cool to see some of the characters show up again if they go by previous game rules. Where like if Persona 6 takes place in 2026, keep in mind that it's been 20 plus years since P3 happened. So the like P3 crew is like in their 30s at this point, I think 30s, almost 40s for some of them, I think. And then the P4 crew is a little bit younger than that, and then even the P5 crew is like 10 plus years older at this point, right? Because I think that came out 2016, so if the game comes out in 2026, if they adhere to that and like they're 10 years older, the only people that would be like remotely in age range to like still be around and like active as Persona users would be the P5 cast, or like somebody who is like Futaba, maybe. Like Futaba would be, because how old is she in P5? She's like 15, 16, so she'd be like 25, 26. You could maybe see her like, I don't know, playing a support role there, and like, I don't know, maybe running like an equipment shop or something, maybe. But yeah, That'd be kind of cool. Something like that would be cool. But like, yeah. Unless they just like either pull a Yakuza and just have people never age past the age of like 28, never get any gray hair, somehow still be capable of doing incredible athletic stunts, or they just like stop going by the year that things were released for like the in canon year for them. So there'll probably be some references to P5 in some of the older games in Persona 6, but I doubt we're gonna see like much more than that. There was also like an overall plot line in the side games in P3, P4, and some, especially the fighting games. There was an overall plot of Elizabeth trying to find a way to bring back the P3 protagonist, but I feel like that plot line has kind of been like left by the wayside for a long time now, and it's unlikely that Atlas is ever going to do anything with it again. Tarada. It's just like when I lost Kazuma-san. I'm left here to wonder how it was you and not me. I guess I've got more to accomplish first. They just age well, okay? That or they use a lot of hair dye. Yeah. I mean, they could like just say, hey, it's only been a few years since P5 or something in the games. Like they could put it in an earlier time frame, like I don't know, 2020 or something, right? For the P5 game, for P6 or something. They could do that if they want, but they'd have to break series convention, where usually the Persona games go based off the year that they were released in for their canonical year. The nod. The smirk and the nod with the weird camera angle. What the hell is going on? Nobody ever makes trouble at a Yakuza funeral. Never. Something's not right here. Alright, what do we got going on? What the hell is this? Dinky. Yeah, I know a lot of people really want the Persona series to have more like adult characters, or like a more adult setting, or kind of go back to like that P1, P2 kind of vibe. I don't think we'll ever see that, honestly, from the mainline Persona games. I could see it for like a side game or something, or like maybe another series like Metaphor or something, right? But I don't think we'll ever see that from like Persona itself. I think that Persona is like way too profitable for them to take a risk like that at this point, for better or for worse. I think they're going to continue to do what they know and like slowly improve upon the games, rather than like try and do something completely new. And like that is kind of disappointing, but like it is where we're at kind of with that kind of stuff. I think especially since now that Atlas is owned by Sega, they're going to take the safe route on that. Kind of hurts to hear, but it is what it is. Nice. That was a good end to that fight. Yeah. Daigo. Hey. Yeah, I mean, there's probably room for a Persona game, but with like a more adult theming, or like a more adult cast. Probably you could make it work. It would probably just have to be in a different context, I think, like Metaphor or something, right? or like as a spin-off or something, but it would never. But I think Persona itself will stay as like a high schooler coming of age kind of thing.
やめ言うてんのに勝手に突っ走ってしもうたんや。ほんますまんことしたの。どの面下げてきたんだ。寺田藩には昔よう世話になったさかい証拠をさせてもらいに来たんや。おめえの証拠など受けられねえ。とっとと帰れ。さっきからおっかない顔しとるけど、あんた何者や。若頭代行の柏木だ。ほんまでっか。わしはてっきり葬儀屋のおっさんかと思ってました。まあ人手不足の登場会さんならしゃあないかもしれませんな。死んだ会長はよそ様の組からヘッドハンティング。会長代行は未亡人のオーバーハン。こないな組と喧嘩してると思うとチートばかり投げてきます。寺田会長ぶっ殺しちゃうわ。てめえの仕業だろ。
I saw some early I saw some developers talking about metaphor and stuff, and some of the early screenshots have you playing as the redhead girl that we saw from the initial announcement trailer. So I wonder if at some point we were playing as the redhead girl, or maybe she was just a placeholder for the time being. It'd be kind of cool to have a female protagonist in an Atlas game. That'd be kind of nice. Maybe instead of just, you know, adding one as in the re-release, maybe it'd be nice to have one just be the protagonist from time to time. I understand. They're mostly for guys. The games, Atlas games are mostly for guys, but for the most part, I would say. I mean, they don't mind doing like eye candy and making their male protagonists look good, right? But hardcore RPGs with SMT and like RPGs in general, I feel like, and video games in general are much more male-focused hobby for the most part.
登場会は1年前にタガが100億のことでうちわもめしとったやないですか。銭に困っとるんなら素直に受け取った方がよろしい。
True. How many rounds of Cabaret Club would it take you to make 10 billion?
あんたが会長代行やな。
Be kind of fun. Playing Yakuza 1 and just trying to see how long it would take you to make the 10 billion yen that everybody's fighting over. Although I don't know how much money you can actually hold in that game. Might be like a max of like 999 million or whatever. Be kind of a fun like stream idea and like video idea. I should write that down actually. 今日はもうお遊びやなし。お邪魔なようやし、そろそろおいとまさせてもらいます。そうやな。3日やな。3日？ええ。わしらもその間はもう2服させてもらいます。せやから3日後、再戦と行きましょう。再戦だと？そうや。もうこれ以上ごちゃごちゃせんと、一気に片付けましょうや。カムロ町に血の雨降らせたります。せやけど、うちには礼儀知らずのおっさんがおるからの。多分今頃、カムロ町のどこぞで派手なパフォーマンスを繰り広げとるはずや。礼儀知らず？誰だ？戦国へ。戦国？ What's going on now? Helicopter? Helicopters. What is going on? Searching for somebody? It's nighttime again already. Okay. That did not last long. Nope. Majima! He's still wearing the helmet. Oh, do we get to control Majima here? Or is it just a cutaway? No, it's just a cutaway, dang it. I was kind of hoping we could control Majima there. Moshi. Hello? Sayama. Sorry, I got too tied up to call you. I got the gist of what happened already. The Omi Alliance have launched their attack. Yeah, Sengoku specifically. Wait, just Sengoku? Why? Can we talk later? There's a lot going on at the moment. Where are you? Near Purgatory. I'm nearby anyway. Just give me a second, I'll be there. Okay. So what's going on? All I've got to go on at the moment is what Ryuji said. Wait, Ryuji came out here too? Yeah. The Go-Ryu attacked Code Tojo clan headquarters. We beat them back, but he said he didn't even order it. And if what he's saying is true, then Sengoku's attack was independent of the Go-Ryu clan. Seems like the whole Omi Alliance has gone rogue. Maybe, but our first priority needs to be pushing Sengoku back. Right, let's hurry. Alright. The Omi Alliance has made its move. Alright, let's go beat up some dudes. Should we stop anywhere on the way over? There is the Dragon Place weapon dealer. No, we probably should be fine. Do we have weapons equipped at least? We do. Alright. Ooh, movement by the cat. She's licking her lips. Remember, boys and girls, don't let a cat lick your face, because it's probably licked other places on his body you don't want to think about. Same thing for all animals, pretty much, by the way. What's going on over here? How the fuck did we lose to one guy? With one eye, no less. These must be Sengoku family guys. Wait, one eye? Nice. Just like a trail of bodies from Majima. Yeah, lots more Yakuza spawning here. Makes sense. Nope. Leg kick. Good old leg kick. I like grabbing people at the end of combos way too much. Did that guy just drop his sword and then pull out another? Where'd he pull that one out of? His ass? Oh, there's a heat action with like a moving car. Yeah, maybe. There's probably at least one of the games where that's a thing. Oh, there's another mini boss we can fight. Oh, he's actually pretty close. Maybe we should go do that in a minute before I get too far away. He's like just on the other side of these buildings. Sorry, Majima, I gotta go beat up this dude. You can wait a little bit longer, right? And she got lost again. Don't worry, she'll teleport to me in like 5 seconds. She's like all the way around the corner. Oh, he's got a cleaver knife. All right. It does a decent amount of damage, doesn't it? Oh. Ah. Oh, oh. Santa Claus over here. Kiryu with his food-eating voice lines. Oh, can. Is there heat action with the can? I was just beating people over the head with it. Yeah, no, I know. I understand why people are... I think it'll be interesting to see what the reaction is to P6. Because I wonder if people will be like, oh my gosh, it's just like P5. I love it so much. Or people will be like, oh my gosh, it's just like P5. I waited 10 years for this. I do wonder if there'll probably be a bit of both, to be honest, because some people will probably really like it and some people probably will be like, if it's just like P5, I think I'm gonna not be super hot on it just because I already played P5 2 last year with Metaphor. Metaphor Refantazio in a lot of ways feels like P5 again in some ways with how it tells its story and everything. So if it does, if we get P5 3 after all the P5 spin-offs, I'm going to be like, I hope it's different. I hope it's interesting. I hope it's good, but we'll see. I hope the P4 remake is good. It'll be interesting to see, like, going from playing the original here, starting this weekend, to whenever the remake releases in, like, the next year or so, probably. Next year or two here. We'll probably get that remake, so. It'll be interesting to see, for sure. Okay. Chinese cleaver. Okay. I gotta remember to come back and like recruit these guys for Majima Construction, speaking of. I don't know how much of Majima Construction I want to do. I think I still want to do all the cabaret stuff. Like, we haven't even hung out with any of the Platinum girls or gotten too far into like that stuff. But I don't know how much of the Majima Construction stuff I want to do. The mini game itself is not like super amazing in my opinion, but or it's like not super fun. I don't know, maybe I'll enjoy it more when I have like a bunch of characters and stuff, but for now it's not super important. Technically we could go through the whole game without finishing either, but I think if I had to choose between the two, I think I'd physics kind of freaked out there. We slid all the way to the wall and that when dude went flying. Isn't the steakhouse around here? I should stop there a minute. Oh my gosh. Oh, that's right. You can go inside of establishments. There's like an achievement for busting up like the same place 3 times. It's called like repeat offender or whatever. Oh my gosh. Oh, it's just the same leg kick. All right. I think I got it already though, because I kept going in the like fast food place, and because even though it's a different location, it counted as the same place, like going in the same place 3 times. It's cool that you can like go in and out of buildings during fights, during street fights and stuff. So if you like wanted to grab like the sparks tool, like I guess I can't take it out of here. Interesting. I wasn't able to like walk outside with it. I don't know if it's because I was like the model was like catching on the door or whatever, but. Okay. But yeah, it's cool that you can go in and out of buildings during a fight. And like all the restaurant stuff. Where's the steak place? Steak place is a really good place to go for like getting more XP when we're low on when our belly's empty. Yeah. Good place for like toughness XP, the like yellow XP. Yeah. Oh my gosh, I don't want to fight a whole another group of guys. Let me just eat something. Here, I'll take you to a nice place, Dave Caro. No, Majima will be fine. He'll understand. We had to go eat. Oh gosh. Excuse me, man in a suit. You have a minute? Not really. Who are you? My name is Il Yujin. I'm a very famous Korean pop singer. This is my first time in Japan. Is this an actual person? I don't know enough about K-pop to know if this is a real person or not. There's a decent chance of it, though. A whirlwind dirt tour. You're famous. I don't think I've heard of you. What? Well, all right. I'm here to explore Kamurocho. My friends say it's a very interesting place. If you show me Kamurocho, I give you lots of money. This guy's a summon in Yakuza 7. Oh. The cat wants out of the room. She's like waiting by the door. One sec. Alright, no more live cat reaction. Let me just I'll tab real quick and turn that off, I guess. I believe you. Although it's a little odd of nowhere for him to be showing up in Yakuza 7. I guess this is around the time of Yakuza 6, so it's not as much of a stretch. Like, going from 2 to 7 is nuts, but I'm guessing this was added for Kiwami, so 6 to 7 is not that much of a stretch. I guess showing this guy around wouldn't be so bad if there's a reward. I don't have time for this right now.
Yeah.
I'll come back and do this later. For now, I just wanted to eat something and, like, go see what Majima's up to. Maybe she'll come back? I doubt it. She already was sleeping for a while. To put it into perspective, Arif, she got on my bed at 10 a.m. this morning. It is currently almost 5 p.m. She has been laying there for the last 7 hours or so. I don't think she's coming back for a little bit. I think she's done with her nap for the day. Okay. Ooh, Bimby Bop. Bimby Bap? Bimby Bap, I think. Oh, that would make sense that he shows up here. The summons are expensive as shit in Yakuza 7? Okay. Yeah, because it's a Korean steak place, right? It's Korean barbecue, so that would make sense that he shows up here. Yeah, again, it'll be interesting to get to the RPG games for sure. Okay. Alright, got a belly full of expensive meat. Let's go see what Majima's up to. Unless I get sidetracked again. Try not to, but even just going to eat can start a whole sub-story, so... alright. Yeah. I know, it does feel like cats sleep for most of the day. I guess some of them are, like, they're more nocturnal and stuff. I have infinite sprint, so I'm just gonna sprint over there and ignore those dudes. We got a fight waiting for us anyway. What happened to the girl? I forgot. Did they get married or what? From Kiwami 1 or this game? I haven't finished this game, so I don't know what happens with the girl in this one. In Kiwami 1, she died. Man, Majima got all fucked up. Jeez. How old is that cat? I don't know what the girl happened to the girl in this game. I haven't gotten that far. I don't think she shows up in future games, though. At least I don't remember seeing her. The cat. Oh gosh. I think she's like 7 or 8. She's getting up there. Like middle age for a cat, right? I'm trying to remember, because we had her at our previous house, and we moved. So, yeah, don't tell me what happens to her here though. Majima. But yeah, maybe closer to 6 or 7. But yeah, she's getting up there a little bit, but she's still pretty active. Much more than our other one. Other one's pretty fat. All right, where are we going, game? Tojo Clan headquarters. Oh, we have to get to a taxi. Okay. Ooh, Game Center Atlantis, huh? Another email. Oh, Granny. Saw an old lady the other day eating with her grandkid, eating ice cream together. I mean, maybe be nice. Sounds like Granny White is lonely. If only I had a way to cheer her up. Maybe Haruka can help me out. She's just about the right age to be Granny White's granddaughter. Oh, can we bring Haruka over there at some point? Okay. Well, we don't have access to bring Haruka over there. Game Center Atlantis. Look how big that place is. Huh. Anyway. Yeah. Music here is good. Imagine you just go like golfing or something here while this music's playing. I mean, you could technically probably, because you can go over to Satonbori. Maybe he like says no time for this. He's trying to do a like karaoke or something. This is worse than I thought. Nope. Fight time. Shotgun time. Nah. Shotgun's not as effective here as it was in some of the other games. Yeah, I don't know what happens to her. It seems like they were trying to set her up as like a romantic interest for Kiryu here. But I don't know if... I don't think that continues to be a thing into future games, but I'm not sure. I mean, I haven't seen Kiryu at all. I didn't see him at all in Pirate, and I haven't gotten past 2, obviously, so... Outside of the Pirate one that I played when it came out, just because Majima, and I thought it'd be fun. And it was fun. And it was a side game, so I didn't, like, get too much spoiled for me. I mean, technically it does spoil the ending of, like... Infinite Wealth, I think, but like we're like some of the stuff about Infinite Wealth, but also like it's gonna be a year at least before I get to Infinite Wealth, so I'll have plenty of time to forget, is what I'm saying. All right. Oh. How's that work with a butcher's knife? That animation of stabbing somebody doesn't really work with a butcher's knife, does it? Pirate is kind of a side game. It is canon. It is canon. And it does have sub-stories that follow up on Infinite Wealth. Since it takes place in Hawaii. But it is a game all about Majima, and it does relate to the events that are going on in the overall plot, but it doesn't like progress the plot too much overall. It's mostly just a fun pirate thing with Majima as a playable character. Nah, well, basically they just wanted to have a fun, quick game that they could get out, and they were like, oh, Majima would be fun, so... Nishikiyama family? What? That's who I was beating up? Okay.
こんなことをしてただじゃ済まないよ。
もう勝負はついたんですよ。姉さん。あなたが留守の間、一仕事させてもらいましたよ。
戦国に買収されたそうだな。
これでもう登場界の現体制は崩壊です。
あなたの小細工で右往左往するような登場界じゃないわ。
いや、自分には聞こえるんです。
But yeah, you could play Pirate without playing Infinite Wealth. You'd be missing some context, obviously, but it's still like a fun side game with Majima and like pirate stuff. So pirate aspects are actually kind of weak, but the overall gameplay was pretty good. Ship-to-ship combat kind of felt kind of unfortunately, but overall it was a good time.
カムロ町に戦国組の兵隊が現れたそうだが、今日は5代目の葬儀だ。絶対に挑発に乗るんじゃねえと下の連中に言っておけ。
Oi.
Yeah. Dang, that's pretty brutal. Talking about that blood and stuff earlier. Holy cow. And the like writhing as he like falls to the ground. Jeez. That's like brutal. Oh my gosh. And then just like the shock value just sitting on that scene for like a few seconds there. Yeah, I've definitely bought some games where I've regretted it overall. Or like buying them right at launch. I think this is the most gruesome I've seen the Yakuza series get. Just these like out of nowhere like different like assassinations and stuff.
恥ずかしくねえのか。てめえが世話になった登場会を売り渡すような真似をして。
売り渡しはしませんよ。私が次期会長の座について、ついでに姉さんを自分のものにします。
What?
何を言ってるんだい？
俺はね、姉さん。前からあんたに惚れていたんですよ。
Dude. There's something. I mean, some people like older women, but man.
私から逃れることはできませんよ。
お前何してるか分かってんのか。
あんただって1年前に錦山の親父と。
Technically, yeah. Kiryu's gone through a lot. I mean, he literally there was the whole explosion thing. They were standing right there, pretty much, right next to it. Yeah, one. But
お前の女になんかなるつもりはないよ。
方々に女を作っていた堂島組長より、私の方が姉さんを幸せにできます。
あんたにあの人の何がわかるってんだい。他に女を作ろうとなんだろうと、私はずっと堂島宗平という男だけを見続けていた。死んだ今でも気持ちは同じさ。
死んだ。聞いたろ。好きになった男を愛し続けることができる。それが女の強さだ。
そんな能書きはどうでもいいですよ。欲しいものを力で奪う。
I mean, yeah, but like realism has never been an issue or a concern of the Yakuza series. Just like what is cool or what is fun has mostly been the main concern of the Yakuza series. This game probably also has a different vibe than Future or even the first game slightly because they brought in a different writer for it, like an outside writer. A pre-established guy who did like murder mysteries and stuff, so. Oh yeah, for sure. Like the amount of punishment that Kiryu has endured and like somehow not died is insane, realistically speaking. But like again, these games are all about fun and like looking cool, not like what is the most realistic thing. Oh, QTE time. At least I'll see the right symbols this time because it's actually using the PlayStation stuff. Can I go over here and like deal with this, or doesn't it feel like I should like help these dudes out a minute? Okay, whatever. You all stay here, I'll be right back. Oh, right. Yeah, because I got a bunch of upgrades. So I'm not even able to do a full combo on him. Because before the health bar, like, runs out. Can't I, like... Oh, I forgot I could do that. I think I can jump over this, can't I? No? I thought I could. I could earlier. Yeah, yeah. Or like you get shot like 5 times and you just down like an energy drink and you're fine. Definitely some game-isms and stuff going on. Music is good. Oh, hello. I was trying to get the heat action there. You can briefly see it show up, but yeah, like getting stabbed through the sword there, right? Like he literally impales us on the sword as part of the animation there, but somehow we just like tank it, you know? Or I can like go and drink. I'm getting stabbed right now, but you know. Wow. Oh, that was kind of a waste of that healing item. Ah, whatever. Yeah, there are definitely some games where people are like, I would love this game just for the soundtrack alone. I think the best example of that is probably Sonic R, where like the soundtrack is so good, but the gameplay is so ass. Oh. Nice. Ooh, I thought I did that correctly. I guess not. Dang it. Oh well. How do you guys feel about QTE sections in video games? I think they can be very hit or miss. Yeah, I know. You all right?
Hey.
Yes. Let's go check on Daigo and Kashiwagi. Come on. Oh, there's another series I have to play some more of. I don't know. Gears of War, right? Damn you, Shindo. That's the little thought process of Kiryu in the top right there. Oh, oh. Yeah, I started playing Gears of War 1 like a little bit, like a year or so ago. I didn't get too far. Oh, God of War. Okay, I wasn't sure if it was Gears of War or God of War. Same acronym, so. Yeah, God of War is another one of those action games I'd like to try getting into. I think it's one of the only main or major series I can think of that I haven't gotten into in terms of like the action games, because I've done DMC, I've done Bayonetta, well, I guess I played some other games. I guess there's still plenty I haven't played, because I haven't played like No More Heroes and stuff as well. Yeah, fair enough, but it's like one of the major ones I haven't played in that kind of genre. Okay. Did I deal with the gun guy yet? Oh, he's still alive. What the heck? Oh, round 2, baby. Okay. Oh, jeez. That sucks. They, like, bought a whole nother copy of the game thinking it was, like, a problem with the CD. Feel the heat! Yeah, we should just break his arm this time. Make sure he doesn't come back with that stupid sword. Can I pick up a sword? Nope. Kind of wish you could pick up weapons after beating people. Should have dealt with those guys before, but whatever.
今をもって絶縁だ。とっとと出てお行き。
Oh, he's gonna go for the gun. Somebody's gonna get shot. No, Mom, no! He shot Mom, didn't he? No? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. I mean, he's dead already.
情けない。神道のような男に喉元に刃を突きつけられるとは。
大公、申し訳ございませんでした。
お前の責任じゃない。
Yeah, I'd like to play some of the Gears of War stuff at some point.
こうも裏をかかれちゃ。
I have Call of Duty Black Ops 1 through 4 sitting over on my shelf. I want to go through and play all of those at some point. Go through and just play all 4 of them back to back. That and World at War, because I think World at War ties into Black Ops 1. Like, that's where the Russian guy is from. You play as him in World at War, if I remember correctly. So, it'd be kind of fun to do that. I don't know if I'll do that on stream or not, but some people have asked me to, but not sure where I would fit it in. Not sure it'd be too fun to watch either. Maybe we could try it like with the first one, World at War, and then if it goes well, we could do the rest.
はかどってるか誠。
なんだ河原さんか。脅かさないでくれ。
悪かったな。ちょっと表の様子を見てきた。まだ誰にも気づかれてねえみたいだ。
Yeah, QTs can be really hit or miss, and they got overused at some point. Like, by the 2010s, I think people were pretty over them.
さすがだ。
They can like make a cool action scene feel pretty good, but like they can also kind of like screw you over in certain places.
河原さんと府警の別所さんが。
ああ、俺たちが担当したんだ。
あんたこの事件を知ってて今回の捜査に参加したのか。
Oh, he's starting to put together the fact with the like girl and everything. Where did the girl come into all this? The girl he rescued or like took in all those years ago.
仮？
もう俺の役目は終わった。あとはお前に任せる。
どういうことだ？
わけは聞くな。
河原さん。
Before this, well, I'm currently unemployed. I finished college recently, so I've been looking for a job. So I worked like a fast food job in high school, worked a desk job, someplace that I don't want to give away where I live, in college, and now I'm looking for another job right now.
別所さんだ。
本当に？
間違いない。極秘の資料に名前が載ってた。河原のおっさんもそう言っていた。
私にはそんなことは一言も言ってなかったのに。
I guess I could say that the desk job was at a waste treatment
俺に
plant.
これを渡して事件から降りた。
So the place where they process all the stuff you flush down the toilet before you
だがあのおっさん
before they put it back
ま
into
だ
like
何かを握ってるの
the
は確か。
nearby water supply.
ど
You
うや
know,
らこの事件に借りがあるらしい。
it was interesting. Okay, okay.
信じら
Yeah,
れ
I'm
ない。
trying to find a job. In the meantime, I've been working on this kind of stuff.
記録によると
It's been fun.
当時カムロ社の4課にいた別所さんは堂島組の動きを察知していた。
It might be nice if this turns into a job at some point, but very unlikely. At least for right now. Maybe in a couple more
ヤク
years.
ザを利用したのに。
カムロ町の治安を回復させるには一番手っ取り早い方法だと判断した。
No, no. Just a desk job.
しかし
taking phone calls, dealing with people who walk in the front door, doing basic paperwork was what I was doing.
もうこの辺で手を引いた方がいい。人言派はただの組織じゃない。深追いすると命に関わる。それに警察に追われている身だ。
バカ言え。今さら後に引けるか。
No, no, nothing that grand.
これからどうするんだ。
合田
Yeah, it
交
was
渉がまだ
okay.
見つかっていない。龍二を追いかけて関西へ。
But it wasn't a permanent position, so. Eventually I got done with it and I just went back to finish college, so. Okay. Yeah. Like a 9 to 5, yeah. It'd be nice to find a 9 to 5. If I have to, I'll go back and work at fast food. I'd prefer to avoid that because it wasn't a great experience, obviously, but, you know, money is money. I picked up a little bit of work, so I'm like, tomorrow, I'm going to be working like 5 to 5 pretty much. Going to go traipse around the woods, do some work treating trees and like slogging through mud and stuff, so. Just, you know, picked up some side work. Like, that it isn't too long, like isn't a permanent thing as well, but, you know, money is money. So we both got business in Kansai, right? Yeah. I'm worried about Chairman Goda. Alright. Well, I need to get my stuff. Meet me back at Serena later. No problem. I'll call you when I'm ready. See you then. Yeah. Just need to kill time. Alright. Well, let's go kill some time. Let's go do some side stuff a minute then. Nope. We could guide that Korean guy around. Otherwise, there's plenty of other side stories and stuff we can do. Sure, let's go guide that Korean guy around before I forget about him. Let's go take a cab over there a minute. So we'll get out here, fight these dudes, and take a right. Oh, I don't know. I haven't been watching it. I got a good amount of the way through the original Last of Us a couple years ago, but I didn't finish it. I'm aware of the story of both Last of Us 1 and 2. I heard good things about the first season, but I think once they try and like adapt the Last of Us 2 into a show, I don't think it's gonna work. Because I think that story fundamentally is not very good. So we'll see how it goes, I guess. But yeah, I don't watch too much TV. I don't have anything like a Netflix subscription or anything, so I haven't been like watching the like DMC, Devil May Cry anime or anything like that either. Last of Us 2 was odd as hell. Yeah, some very interesting choices for, I don't know. Somebody was sniffing their farts a bit too much on that one. Not too much of their big ideas and stuff. Talked down to the player a lot. Some other odd choices. Killing Joel off. That kind of stuff. Yeah. It's one of those things where the gameplay and the story don't really make a lot of sense. Like, the story is, like, telling one story and the gameplay is telling another. Yeah, it seemed like the gameplay looked fairly decent. Like, it just seemed like a good evolution of the first game's gameplay, which was pretty good. But the, like, story overall had some odd choices. I don't know. I'll probably go back and finish Last of Us Part 1 at some point. The first one. But I have no interest in playing this sequel. Just not anything I'm interested in. I was talking earlier about, you know, only so much time in your life to do things. That's one of those things where I'm like, I can probably live my whole life without having to mess around with that. Yeah. I think the whole thing was trying to be revenge is bad, but like the way it was told was very bad. There were a lot of ways that you could like reorganize the plot or change things slightly to make it better. Like if you introduced the other girl like way earlier on, like the other playable character, not Ellie but the other one, and so you actually kind of liked her and understood why she was hunting down Joel, or if like that was the intro where you were playing as her during like a tutorial segment or something, then you would have had like more context for like why she didn't like Joel or what was going on there, and so you would kind of feel more conflicted about things or understand things a bit better. But yeah, the whole thing was supposed to be like revenge is bad, don't do revenge, but then like, you know, you kill a bunch of people and like it tries to make you feel bad like by swapping to the other girl like halfway through the game and like be like, oh, look at all these people who are just good people that you've killed as Ellie, or oh, remember that dog that you killed like 2 hours ago? Well, here you are playing with it. Oh, don't you feel like a bad person? It's like, why? Play as her in the start. Okay. Yeah, fair enough. I don't know. There was a lot of ways that they could have restructured the story to make it better. And there was just like a lot of odd choices made. And like also a weird interpretation of the ending of the first game, where Ellie feels like she should have like died there, like that was her decision to make, but like she wasn't told that she was going to die there in the first game, so it doesn't make any sense, because she says at one point during the second game, like, I wanted to die there, you know, I should have died there and saved everybody, to Joel, which that would make more sense if she knew she was going to die. They never really told her that she was going to die in the first game, and also there wasn't any guarantees that the Fireflies would have been able to make a cure from her dying. It was all a huge gamble. And like, also she was a literal child, so is it really fair to like, yes, she could have her, I don't know, like, as the adults, as like somebody who cares about her, shouldn't Joel should probably have a say in like an operation that could end up with like, that will end up with her dead and could possibly give like a cure, you know? I don't know. There's like a lot of stuff there too, with like a weird interpretation of the ending of Last of Us 1 and everything. So I don't know, you can go back and forth about that. Art is subjective, I suppose. Some people really like the story, some people really didn't like it. I think there are some objective flaws in how the story was told, or it's like some things that you could do without changing the story, just like in how you presented it to the player to make it flow better. But overall, you know, could go back and forth all day about like what is the best thing or whatever. I just like, hey, how she's a bodybuilder, like how the hell does she have that much muscle in a post-zombie world? Like, what is she eating? Yeah, it really doesn't make any sense. No. I mean, it doesn't have to make sense. It's like a video game, right? But it does try. The Last of Us 1 and 2 try to be a bit more grounded than something like, say, Yakuza or whatever, where it's like less cartoony or anything like that. Yeah. I think they just wanted a big, strong woman for one of their protagonists. But yeah. Yeah, the whole like zombie setting kind of feels like it was thrown out after the first game. Like, it was a major focus of like the first game, but in the second game it just becomes about revenge and everything with the hey, how's it going, Chibi? With the been a minute, how are you? With the like zombie stuff becoming kind of like a side thing, or just like part of the gameplay. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't played it, so I don't know. I'm not too interested in playing it, but so I don't know how much I can say about it. I've seen a lot of criticism for the plot, but without playing the game, I guess I can't say too much, right? But everything I've seen makes me think that I wouldn't be too interested in it. But yeah, how's it going, guys? How's it going, Raiders from Chibi? Hope you guys are doing well. Yes. Oh, man in a suit. You can show me around Kamurocho now? Nobody else wants to help. Isn't that music on the speakers there that's playing? What is that? I think it's the music during one of the menus. It's the... Oh, right. The finding weapons and stuff in Yakuza 0. Okay. Nice. How is Cyberpunk these days? I don't know. That's a game where I'd like to try it at some point, but I've heard it got a lot better. Oh, did you see that Oblivion got, like, just dropped or whatever? Like the remaster? They just dropped it. Or, like, not dropped, but, like, just released it. Alright, I'll be your tour guide. Nice. Good to... Yeah, I heard that it got a lot better. I have a friend who really likes it. I'll have to try it at some point. Alright, I can be your tour guide. Ah! Oh, gosh, I'm gonna butcher this. Gobasun Nida! You kinder than you look? What's your name, man in suit? It's Kiryu.
Kiryu-san.
Thank you, Kiryu-san. Yeah. No, I haven't ever touched an Elder Scrolls game either, so I'd like to play it at some point. Yeah, there was some criticism for that scene as well. It was an odd choice for sure. I think what it was is that it sounds like that writer was writing the first game, but he had nobody to like push back on some of his ideas, and he was given like most of the control of the project. So like, there wasn't anybody to rein him in on the second game. So there was some odd stuff that definitely made it in that wouldn't have made it in on like the first game. Thank you, Kiryu-san. I cover everything. Don't worry. Oh, and I have a warning for you. What is it? I'm very famous. Women always want autograph. But I like peaceful life, not annoying fans. Please keep me away from women. I didn't realize being famous was such a burden. Anyway, is there anywhere in particular you want to go?
Hi.
You know a place I can watch sexy movie in small room? I want to go there. Man, Yakuza has an interesting dynamic with putting real-life characters in their game, huh? Hi, real-life character. What would you like to do? I want to go to the corn room. Is there some place I can go watch corn? Japanese sexy movies. Very, very sexy. But hotel selection not so good. Alright. I know a place. You so smart, Kiryu-san. We go now. While taking Iljan on tour, you can do the following. Talk with the people of Kamurocho, use stores as restaurants, such as restaurants move around using taxis, earn in certain buildings, battle on the streets, save from the pause menu. The tour will end if Iljan gets caught up 3 times with as many female admirers while strolling around towns and guide him carefully. Also, you can stop the tour whenever you want by talking to him. Now take him to his destination while avoiding his fans. Okay. Just bumped into a bunch of people. Alright. So where are we going then? He wanted to go someplace where he could watch a movie, right? I think that's over here with Fusion, right? Either Fusion or maybe the Graver Studio? Oh my gosh. There's like no background sound for some reason. Oh man, it must be so late. That's so late. Well, I'm glad you're enjoying the stream, but don't feel pressure to keep watching if you're getting tired. Is this someplace you would like to go? Is this where you wanted to go? No, that's nothing. Okay. I guess this isn't where he wanted to go. I guess he said he wanted to watch a movie, not take pictures. Okay. I guess Fusion then? Right? Otherwise, I think that's where you watch videos in this one, right? Okay. Yeah. Yeah, no, my weekend streams start a lot earlier in the day, so. Probably at a much more reasonable time. Although I understand some people are on that night owl schedule. Oh, that's a lot of girls. This way. No, he got caught. Dang it. Okay, we can only let him get caught twice more, otherwise the tour will end. And we'll have to probably start over. Oh my gosh, where did it put us? Why did it put us all the way over here? That's like so far away. Okay. Oh, I see. Are the red dots where the girls are? Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, I think we're still trying to get to Fusion though. So we take a right here. Okay. I see. So the red enemy dots now are like where the girls are huddled up. I wonder if I can kind of ignore them by like having him teleport behind me. Because like he moves way faster if he's like teleporting behind me. Okay. So we take a left and then another left. Hold on. I gotta ban a bot on Twitch real quick. Okay. Back to guiding this guy to a small room where he can watch smexy women. Should be just down here. I think this is what I'm thinking of. Alright. We're finally here. I love smell of sex. We go in now, Kiryu-san.
Yeah.
You're supposed to go in alone. I'll just wait in a cafe until you're done. What? But I'm not sure how to use it. Please, Kiryu-san, you not need to be embarrassed.
Oi.
Hey, hold on. Oh. So amazing. Wow, they put that in there? Does he have to be so loud? Thank you, Kiryu-san. I now understand how sexy Japanese movies are. I'm very satisfied. Well, I'm glad at least one of us came out happy. Next, take me to a place with pretty men.
Nani?
I want girly men in makeup. You mean an Okama bar? I guess Earth Angel would fit the bill. Ah, angels! Take me! We go now. Alright.
Oh.
Earth Angel. Okay. I know where that is. Looks like we'll have to go the long way around, though. Need to be back soon, depending on lag. Okay. I don't know what that means, but I wish you the best of luck. Okay. And then we need to take a right here, and then a left. Let him catch up a little bit so he's not, like, accidentally teleporting into the girls. Come on, man. Catch up. There we go.
Oh.
Ah, so this is the glorious angel of Earth. Okay. Good luck, I suppose. Kiryu-san. We go in now. I haven't ever played an MMO, so... You so pretty, Midori-chan. This is like paradise for me. Oh, you flatterer, you. You're not so bad yourself, big boy. I could just eat you up. Nom nom. Oh, someone's being a regular Mr. Mopey over there. Don't worry, there's plenty of me to go around. Give me a break. Nom nom. I don't know. I just feel like if I ever got into an MMO heavily, it would take up way too much time in my life. I feel like I would get too into it, you know? Well, that's not necessarily true. I feel like I've tried an MMO before a couple of times. There was technically deep cut. Magi Nation, an anime from the early 2000s, had a online MMO. I played and enjoyed for a little while. I think it is a lost media at this point. I don't think there's like people running servers for it or anything anymore. Like even like fan servers or anything. If that is not the case, if there is somebody, let me know. I'd love to try playing it again. And then I've tried a couple of MMOs. Like a couple years ago during COVID, I had some time, obviously. So I think I tried a couple. Black Desert, a random one on my phone, like a phone mobile one. Tried few different things. Ended up gravitating more towards like a live service gacha game as my vice of choice, I suppose. Ah, that's so good, Kiryu-san. Thank you. Glad you enjoyed yourself. Are you done yet? One more. I want ramen. Very thick ramen. You take me there? Alright. Senryo Avenue. Okay. Kiryu-san, you like God of Kamurocho. So many knowledge. Okay, so Senryu Avenue. So how are we getting there? So it's all the way over here. This is West Thai Boulevard, Senryu. Is this... Did I read that right? Senryu? See, where I'm thinking of ramen is like over here there's a ramen place, isn't there? I believe so. Because this is North Senryu Ave. Oh, I see this place. Yeah, this place. I remember. Okay. So it looks like we gotta go around the long way. Okay. So let's go through here. I think? Yes. And then we gotta go north from here. Yeah, I don't know. It's always interesting to see that, like, they have no reservations in how they treat real people in these games, where it's like, oh, hi, real person. You want to get beat up in our Coliseum? You want to be a villain in our game? You want to be some random dude with a giant meat cleaver? You want to be some dude, like Captain Beef or whatever? Should I try SMT? I would say if you enjoy the combat of the Persona games, but you want it to be more in depth, and you want it to be harder, that's kind of like what the gameplay of SMT is a lot of the time. And it's got much more of a post-apocalyptic kind of pessimistic vibe. It's also kind of interesting because instead of, like, you know, Personas, you have demons, right? And the demons all have like their own personalities and they're like actual characters in the story. So I think if you want to try one, I would heavily recommend either 3 or 5. 3 because you can emulate it pretty easily and it's a classic that a lot of people like. 5 because it's the newest one and I think it's got the best gameplay. And it looks the best. It also has a lot of female demons, so, you know, there's that aspect of it too. Yeah, SMT5 Vengeance came out semi-recently as a re-release of SMT5, which was only on the Switch before, and it's really good. Would highly recommend. Might not be for you, to be fair, but if you want to try, like, Persona combat, but harder, and you want to try something that has a bit more of a post-apocalyptic vibe, and you like that kind of stuff, yeah, I'd say it's pretty good. There's also plenty of spin-off games, too, that have different vibes to them. Persona's not the only spin-off of SMT. And there's, like, lots of different styles of RPGs as well, so. Here we are. Ah, so this Japanese ramen shop. It's so dirty. I love dirt. We go in now. Large bowl, please. Ah, and please keep your fingers out of the soup. Oh, excuse me? How dare... Wait, I recognize you. You're the illusion guy. If you give me an autograph, I'll toss in some extra noodles for you. My name is Eugene, and yes, I give autograph. Really is famous. Well, how was it? And I never do hard games. Like, if a game is hard, I just grind for hours and just break the game. It makes me feel good. IDKY. Yeah, you can definitely do that with SMT. Mostly the way SMT works when I talk about it being hard is, you know, random fights can really mess you up if you don't cover your weaknesses, and bosses often will have their own strategies and stuff, so you may have to like attempt a boss, go back, fuse a new demon or two to like counter that boss, and then like fight it and win. So that's the kind of difficulty I'm talking about, not where it's like, oh, you have to grind a bunch or like get lucky or have like a super specific strategy. Just like, no, you know, if you know what you're doing, you know, you can like, you might lose sometimes, but you can usually go back, fuse demons that are more suited to the task at hand, and like win. So, but yeah. But you can definitely grind as much as you want in those games and like be super overpowered. You can become pretty powerful in some of the games, especially 5. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, no. I do a lot of grinding myself off stream. Because usually when I'm playing an RPG, I'll do like a lot of grinding and stuff off stream in between like story events. So like I can't progress the story off stream, right? So I'll just sit there and like grind while watching YouTube for like 2, 3, 4 hours or something, depending on how much time I have and how much I enjoy it. So I've definitely grinded way too much before. Like with a metaphor, I started playing the demo like the week before it came out. I ended up putting like 20 plus hours into the demo of just grinding the same mobs spawn for like 20 hours while watching YouTube before the game actually came out. Honestly, it was probably not a good idea, and I grinded way too much overall in my first playthrough of Metaphor. But to the point where I have no idea of how the balancing actually is in that game, because I have never played it without grinding a bunch or not on New Game Plus, so I don't know. It'll be interesting. Maybe I'll go back and play it again at some point, try and get a better idea of how it's actually, how balanced it is or whatever, but yeah. Well, how was it? Tastes so good. I had a great time today, Kiryu-san. Here, this is a present for you. 300,000 yen. Okay. Oh no! I give you more, but I think girls took it when they grabbed me. I see. So you get more money whenever you don't like get caught. Japanese fans, so annoying. I give up. Yeah, that's a lot of what I've read on in terms of manga. Like, I think my anime list description, where I track all the stuff I've read, is literally like, I've read all the isekai trash, all of it, even the stuff not on my anime list, and that's pretty true. Like, when I'm out of stuff to read, sometimes I'll just go to like the app and like search for isekai, and then just like search by like top rated and just scroll down until I find stuff I haven't read yet. So I've definitely read a lot of dumb stuff, a lot of good stuff, a lot of bad stuff. Before I met you, Japanese fans all over me, but because of you, Kiryu-san, I had fun. Thank you. If you come to Korea, I will show you all the best places, many sexy video, many girly men. I might just take you up on that, though I think I'd rather stick to the traditional tourist spots. Oh yeah, for sure. Yeah. Yeah, no, I think even with some of the other games, P5's DLC breaks it in a way that's like completely different than all the others. Shuko Tensei. I'm probably reading that. Hold on. I'm bad with names. Let me double check that one. Which one that is. Oh, that one? Yeah. I hear actually the manga is kind of the worst way to experience that story, because both the anime and the light novel apparently do a better job at like showing him getting better as a person. Because otherwise he is very pervy and creepy early on to some of the girls. But it is one of the more like OG isekai stories for sure. It's pretty good. Yeah, it takes some of those topics a bit more seriously than other isekai stuff, like the idea of like a guy, a fully grown-ass man, you know, being around a bunch of like young girls, basically, and kind of being kind of a creep, and becoming less so as time goes on. Well, goodbye, Kiryu-san. We must meet again. See you around, Joe. Ah, there he is. It's Il-sama. Take me now, Il-sama. Marry me, Il-sama. I'll change my name for you. Let's get him. What? No, so strong.
Boy,
I'll hold them off, Il. You get to a taxi. Kiryu-san, thank you. What do you think you're doing? Ha, he just ran right through it, you guys. No, Il-sama's getting away. How's he going to marry me now? Hey, this guy's not so bad himself. Maybe I found myself a new man. If this is what fame is, I don't want it. Life as a star is tougher than I thought. A whirlwind dirt tour. Okay. Although I've had to like start filtering out stuff that's like manhwa isekai or reincarnation just because they're so long. Like they'll have 200 plus chapters. I have some one that I do like and I keep up with, but like when they have like 200 plus chapters, I can't keep picking up every one that looks interesting, you know? Because they just update so much and they take so much time to keep up with. At least with like most manga, they update like monthly, so you can like let them build up for a couple months and then like catch up on like 2 or 3 months worth in like a couple hours or whatever. With manhwa, like they update like weekly or semi-weekly, and so it's like depending on the schedule, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's so much. Anyway, how are we doing on time? We're doing okay. Let's go find something to do for a bit. Let's go do some more batting. Maybe we can try beating that guy in the batting competition in a minute. I'd like to get the batting book to make bats better in combat. Yeah. Yeah, I think that like a lot of isekai is a lot of wish fulfillment. I think there are some that do a bit better with stuff, but yeah. And that can be kind of fun too. And it also depends on like how they handle it. Like I found one that's like basically One Punch Man, but magic and stuff. It's not like isekai, it's more like reincarnation, but it's kind of the same thing. But like the comedy is like really good and the art's really good in certain places. It's kind of like that thing where it's like 90% of it looks fine and then like 10% of it is godly art. So it's a lot of fun. Yeah, wish fulfillment's not bad. It's like, I don't know, it's like snack food or like junk food. It can be fun sometimes, but like you shouldn't eat just that, you know? It's that kind of thing. I have returned! Hello, Arav. We're talking about isekai. How do you feel about isekai, manga, anime? Love it, hate it, ambivalent? Isekai is reincarnation, is it not? Yes, but you can be... Not all the time. So isekai just means traveling to another world. So isekai can be traveling to another world without dying. It can be traveling to another world without becoming a new person. It can be... Well, reincarnation it just means like dying and like becoming a new person or a new life form. So it could mean like dying and then becoming a new person in the same world. So... Also, you missed the rest of the Korean guy thing, by the way, Arav. Yeah, that's fair. There's a lot of like wish fulfillment kind of just meh ones for sure. I've read a lot of them, so I have room to say that. Like I still read In Another World with my smartphone just because I think it's funny, like how casual like they are about like, oh hi God. Or like stuff like that, you know? It's like definitely an oversaturated thing at this point, right? Where like there's so many of them that some of them are good, but like there's a lot of like just oversaturation. Yeah. Yeah, you watch Miss. Okay. I kind of want to try. Let's do some warm up and then we'll try batting against this guy a minute. Oh, did I hit the home run thing? I think we had one more. Yeah. Yeah, I think that. One sec. I see you said something, but I'm gonna focus on baseball a minute and I'll check in a sec. Probably won't win this time, by the way. This is the hardest one, but maybe we'll work on it a little bit, see if I can beat it. As far as I'm concerned, this is just as far as I'm concerned, this just round is just a warm up. I think it goes down here, right? No, it just went right. I always mess that one up. I always think that's gonna go down and right, and it goes just right. Oh, I at least hit it. Nice. Don't know how that was a home run, but I'll take it. Yeah, because you have to get 9 runs on this one, so you can only get 1 strike the whole time. Interesting. Yeah, I don't know what that all entails for India and everything. I don't know, I kind of like the idea that if somebody's good at something or intelligent, like no matter like where they start from, they can become like good at a job and like get well paid. Like if you're good at something, you should be able to hopefully get paid for it, and like no matter what your standing is. I kind of wish I think lawyers aren't allowed to take the bar exam without getting a college degree, I think, in the US, and I kind of wish they were able to, because I feel like as long as you are able to pass the actual like test to be accredited, I feel like you should still be able to become a lawyer. I mean, like, if you can do it, you can do it, right? I feel like if you can figure it out without going to school, I feel like you should be allowed to do that, but... But yeah, I like this baseball a lot, GB. I think it's the most dynamic and interesting form of the baseball minigame I've seen so far. Pretty hard, though. One of the harder ones for sure, but it's a lot more fun. Rather than just getting the timing down of like when Kiryu's shoulder moves or something, you know? Okay. Okay. We can do the challenge now if we want. Oh, let's play a little bit more and then we'll maybe do the challenge. See if I can do this Expert 3 one here. I don't think did I touch it in the pirate game? I can't remember. Yeah, no, I spent like a good hour here at the end of last stream too. Just like playing baseball and getting through everything besides this last one. Dang. Oh, yeah. No, I did do that. I feel like that's a bit different than regular baseball though, right? But yeah, I did do that. That was fun. Yeah. Yeah, if you gotta get up in the morning, you know. thanks for hanging out and everything. Enjoyed it. Maybe I'll see you later this week or this weekend. Oh, I at least hit it. Yeah. It's not gonna be enough though. I think I actually did worse that time than I did the first time. Yeah, I'm glad you enjoyed it. Yeah, we'll probably do some baseball for a little while here, and then I'll probably wrap it up for today. See if I can get this last challenge course done, and maybe do the challenge against that one dude out in the lobby. Get that first book for the baseball stuff. Yeah, you just gotta hit him there. Even if it's not great, I still just gotta hit him. The rest I gotta like memorize kind of where they're going as best I can. Oh shoot. Yeah, because I can only miss one throw if I want to be able to get enough runs. And if I miss one, the last one has to be a home run, so I can bring everybody in. I can't remember why, but I remember the P5. Oh, was that a home run? Dang. The P5 batting game being pretty hard. Oh, shoot. No. Dang it. Okay. I was doing so good, too. That was just way too early. Oh, man, another home run. Man, I was one short. If I just didn't swing too early on that one. Oh, well. Well, I got pretty close that time, so hopefully I can try a couple more times and get it. I guess I could get the bat that technically makes this easier, but it would give us less points, so. Ah, not bad. Triple. I think this one goes... Ooh. Okay. Again, I just have to at least hit them. Ah, right, that's a fastball. Dang it. I wonder if this would be easier with keyboard and mouse rather than controller for once. I mean, it'd be easier, but probably, yeah. Haven't had to resort to it yet, though. Yeah, not gonna be able to get it, are we? No, we're gonna be one short again. Yep, we're gonna be one short again, even though I got a home run on that. Oh well. So close, 1 point off both times. Hello, hello, hello. How are you, Corgi? You missed Cat Cam. She was very cute today. That's good. Oh, I at least hit it. Okay. Single, I'll take that. That's pretty good for how lousy that hit was. I think the next one's that fastball, right? No. No, it was. Oh. Oh, I actually hit it. A double. Okay. Yeah, when you say Big Bang, all I can think about is like the Big Bang Burger now from P5. After all that editing of P5 footage I did today and yesterday. Big Bang Burger. It'd be cool if like Big Bang Burger or something like that showed up in Yakuza, just as like a little reference. I wonder if like Big Bang Burger will show up in like P6 or something. I wonder what references to P5 there will be in P6, because there will probably be some references, right? Oh, hey, I got it. Nice. As usual, the strategy is just to start yapping, and then you get it. Don't try hard, just like start yapping. Yes, yes. I actually did this time. I got that. That was the hardest one of the challenge things. So cool. Nice, nice. All right, let's go see what that dude in the lobby has for us. A little baseball never hurt anyone? That's not true. People have been hurt in baseball before. Okay. All right, let's see how this goes. Ooh, that was pretty fast. Excuse me. I have to get at least 5 home runs. One sec. I'll see what she said in a minute. Oh my gosh. He's got the cursed, the devil pitches there. Ah. Swung too early on that curveball. Yeah. Well, I mean, like, all the Persona games have previous Persona games have referenced the previous Persona games in some way, even if it's a minor way. So I just wonder what references there will be. Yeah, no, somebody asked me what all the references, like, in, like, if any of the Persona games reference each other there, and I spent like 20 minutes listing out all the references from P1 to P5, including SMT if references in P1. That was out of this world, Kiryu-san. So incredible. I'm honestly surprised myself. I guess anything's possible if you put your mind to it. That was pretty close, actually. If I didn't get that last home run on that last pitch, I would have had to try again. I knew you had it in you, Kiryu-san. And here's your reward. The Dandy Special with my first name scrawled on the front. Enjoy. Bob. Bob. Alright. Isn't the peak for you, though. I want to see you reach that highest point you can match me blow for blow. It's advice time, baby. Jamie, go. Okay. Jimmy's the batting coach for my team. She's like a goddess with a bat in her hands, let me tell you. She's your coach? Oh, dandy. I'm not a goddess. Anyway, let's begin, Kiryu-san. I guess you can't judge a book by its cover. Thanks, Shimi. That should help me get even more power out of my swing. You really are a fast learner, Kiryu-san. It's incredible to watch you work. I'll be back for revenge someday. Keep your game sharp till then, Kiryu-san. Looking forward to it. And don't worry, I'll be ready. I'm gonna hold you to that. Anyway, we got a flight to catch. Nothing but love for you, man. Bye-bye. An American major leaguer and his wife, the batting coach. I guess all is well that ends well. Living the American dream, baby. Alright. Did we actually get anything out of that? Like, an actual buff to our, like, batting stuff or anything? I'm not seeing anything. I thought even maybe like a heat action we could unlock or something, but I guess not. Maybe we did and it just isn't telling us. We're 200 points off of the book of batting. My goodness, the essence of batting primer is 2,000 points. What does that even do for you? I don't know. All right, well, I guess let's keep swinging until we get another 200 points. It's 100 for completing the platinum stuff, right? So, or at least this one was 100. I don't know if the other one, platinum ones were 100, but we just gotta do that thing that I did 2 more times, right? That thing that took me like a bunch of tries to get. Just gotta do that 2 more times. Okay. Hey, better swing. Buy me a box of Cracker Jacks. I don't care if they ever come back, cause it's root for the home team. If they don't win, it's a shame, cause it's 1, 2, 3 strikes, you're out at the old ball game. I have been to a baseball game. Speaking of baseball games, Gargura retired, or well, not retired, but like is no longer going to be Gargura. Kind of crazy to think about. I don't know. It sounds like she's been kind of not been doing great for a while anyway. Combination of health problems and a lot of stress from like getting as popular as quickly as she did. Oh, she was at a Dodgers game? Chargers game? One of the two. On like the big screen at like a baseball game. They sold merch and stuff for HoloLive, and the people running this event deeply underestimated how interested people would be in an anime girl at a baseball event, and so there were like it was not nearly enough merch and like lines for days. But yeah, she came on like the screen and like sang like a little song and stuff and like led the stadium in a song. It was cute. It was good. Do we still get 100 for like the other expert ones? Because they were easier. If I remember correctly. Yeah, no. Feels like just, I don't know, it feels like it hasn't been that long since she debuted, but I guess that was during COVID, right? I don't know, I didn't watch her too much. I tried, I just don't really get into streams too much. Nothing against her or her content personally. I know that sounds weird to say, saying as somebody who watches streams, but I don't know, I think it's a factor of a couple things. I can't pause it. Like, it constantly will, like, I'll watch, like, 3-hour-long videos or something. Or even I've watched, like, stream VODs, but, like, I can pause those and, like, come back to them when I'm ready for them or whatever. I can't do that with an actual stream. And also, like, Twitch's ads are, like, pain at this point. Like, they're not, it's not a fun time. Dang. I only gotta fail like 10 more times. Are you saying you're gonna leave if I ever get big? No, I don't care. It's fine. If. That's a big if. Pretty big if. Apparently, I got a somewhat depressing notification from Twitch the other day. That by having 5 concurrent viewers, I was in the top 50% of live streamers on Twitch, which is kind of a depressing stat more than anything else, Twitch. I don't know why you're congratulating me on that. Yeah, right? Like, oh. I don't know if that's a encouraging stat, Twitch. Yeah, no. There's a lot of people who are sitting at 1 or 2 viewers, including me a lot of the time. Although I get more between Twitch and YouTube. If everybody was watching on one platform, it'd be more like 5 or 6 a lot of the time. It depends on the game and the day. But yeah. Yep, that's something, all right. Technically, I don't think I've ever been eligible for affiliate because I don't have a concurrent amount of viewers that is 3 or above. Oh my gosh. Okay. How many points? It's still 100 points for that. Okay. And that's not nearly as challenging as the normal one. Okay, just got to do that one more time and we have enough for the book. At least the first one. But yeah, yeah, just because I jumped around from game to game so much. Played a lot of different stuff over the last few years. Then, like, the quality of streams has not always been good, to be TBH. Just speaking as somebody, like, just speaking honestly, so. I also don't know if, I also didn't want affiliate for a little bit there, because, like, before, you weren't technically allowed to, like, multi-stream to Twitch and YouTube, but nobody cared. So I thought, like, if I didn't become affiliate, nobody would notice, and nobody ever did, and nobody cared anyway, even with affiliates, but yeah. Yeah, it's fine. I'd like it to be better, though, you know? Actually, one thing I'm gonna do is, once I'm done with the current video I'm working on, and we start playing P4, I'm gonna work on, like, overhauling, the, like, layouts and stuff a little bit, and maybe improving the, like, little PNG dude. So, something to work on once I get done with the current project. But yeah. I know just, like, improving the visuals won't necessarily improve the stream quality itself, but it's something. I did not. I heard that the trademark got updated, though. Okay, that should be enough points for the first of these books. What do these books even do? Home run competition. It'll net you a ton of points super quickly. Oh, okay. One sec, dude. Let me buy the book from you. And then we can try the competition. I thought the alert earlier was for the challenge against the dude, but I guess there's also the competition thing we can do. Okay, so other maybe? Oh, we never learned this, huh? Lotus Impenetrable body technique. Well, in extreme heat mode, you won't stagger even when taking heavy hits. That'd be good to learn. And then we can learn baseball mastery, which will give us better combos with the baseball bat, which I desperately want. And then we can also grab this. Nice. I will make a world where Persona 4 lasts forever. No, I've never seen that, actually. Yeah, it'll be interesting, because we're going to start playing the original P4 this weekend, right? So it'll be interesting to go from that to, like, having a remaster of the game come out in, like, the next year or two. We'll be able to see the, like, full gamut of changes, you know? Be interesting to see, like, the progression from the original to Persona 4 Golden to the remake. Alright, let's try this home run competition. Apparently we can get a lot of points this way. Maybe we could actually get the second bat, or the second bat thing. Although it probably just gives us a new heat action with it, so. Wouldn't be bad, though. Oh, it has to be a home run, I guess. It's not enough to be like a triple and then a single to get a home run. It has to be a home run. Are these just all fastballs then? Seems like it. Probably the sets have different themes. This one seems to be a lot of fastballs. I'm guessing the, like, farther you get, the more points you get. And it's just like a set of, like, continuing sets of pitches. I have to get the next two. Keep going. Come on, last one. Nice, okay. Next set, all right. Oh, well, at least hit it. I don't, jeez, okay. You have to get 8 again. You can only miss 2 per. Oh my gosh, he's mixing it up. No! I thought they would all be curveballs. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like it'll be interesting to see P4 remake. I feel like it's probably going to be better than P3 Reload's remake. The only thing I'm dreading is it's probably going to be $70 at least. Please don't let them make it $80 like Mario Kart. Please. I'm going to feel bad enough buying it at $70 when it comes out day one. But like, man. Really don't need it to be $80. Okay. Ooh. Oh, no. Oh, man. Oh, I was one off. That sucks. Oh, well. DQ? Really? 15 points total. Alright, I gotta try that again. Gotta do better than that. I don't know if this actually does net you a bunch of points super quickly. I feel like winning at that one that gives you 100 points would be way faster. But I guess we'll see. Maybe you get a lot in the higher rounds of it. Well, I literally can't get to the next set, so I hit all three of them, but since none of them were home runs, they were all like triples and stuff, I automatically just can't get the rest of it. Might as well just quit out now. That same dude with a red hat every single time. He's here more than I am. Gary, Busta Holmes. You know, I feel like beating up some people. Should we go do some Coliseum stuff after this? I don't think we've done all the Coliseum stuff, technically. Like, I don't think I've won every single tournament. Could be kind of fun to do that and before we wrap up today. Yeah, let's go do that after this. Let's go beat up some people in the tournament, in the Coliseum once we're done with this, and then we'll call it a day, maybe. See if we can get a little bit farther in that. Yeah, because I think we had a couple more before we were at max rank and unlocked the last couple of Coliseum fights, so. Gotta unlock some more people at least for Majimo's construction agency. Alright. I think these are, yeah. Start mixing in curveballs here. Oh my gosh, how did I miss that? It's like just too late on that. What? That was right on. Come on, game. Yeah, that's the one thing I don't like about this whole like home run thing is that's not actually counting your on base stuff. It's only counting home runs, so even though I'm hitting like triples, I'm still not getting actual points. That's the nice thing about the challenge ones is that they actually count your on base stuff as well. Not sure why it's only those. No, it's actually impossible for us to get to the next set already. Yeah, because I got 2 triples instead of home runs. Oh well. Alright, let's just go beat up some people, take my frustration out on them. Got pretty much everything done I wanted to get done there. I guess? Oh, we can't take a cab. Interesting. I guess we can't leave until we do the next story thing. Not that it matters too much. Although it's a bit annoying that it looks like we can't take cabs for right now. I'm just gonna run by these guys. Oh no, we can take cabs. Alright, let me take this cab over there then. I guess I'm just blind. I thought I didn't see him on the overworld map. Yeah, it can be fun sometimes, especially in a game like this. We're already pretty OP. I've got most of the stuff you can get in the game. Yeah, I could limit break all of my stats, I guess. start messing around with that. I feel like if I do that, then all the story stuff's gonna be like super duper easy, but I guess that wouldn't be the end of the world. Yeah, there's still plenty of stuff I haven't learned, but let's see. I wonder if on Thursday we should try and get to chapter 12 so we can get the tiger drop. That'd be kind of fun. Get a little bit more farther in the story. I think we're in chapter 10 right now. Yeah? Yeah. So if you wish to, why not? Yeah, it'd be good. Yeah, I figure we still got a few more weeks on the game. Between all the side content and still getting through the rest of the story. I guess technically if we wanted to do everything, it would probably be more like another several weeks, really. But I don't know if I need to do everything in this game. I'm enjoying my time. Doing sub-stories, doing the Coliseum stuff, doing the batting stuff. Because there's still, trying to think. We still haven't done some of the arcade games, like the fighting game and stuff. There's a little bit more Coliseum here to finish. I would like to finish the Cabaret Club stuff. There's plenty of that still left. And then there's plenty of sub-stories left. So I think that's most of the other side stuff I'd like to do before I finish the game, so. Yeah, so we've got like 2 more left. Sure, why not? Do the Battle Royale stuff. Hey, Majima's here! And Kamaki. Lots of familiar faces. Kind of wanted to fight Majima one-on-one, but maybe we'll get our chance with how things go here. Where usually there's like 1 or 2 dudes left at the end. Get revert countered Kamaki. Just pick up a weapon here a minute. Yeah, no, Majima did just get beat up by like a bunch of guys, but he's out here ready to fight us again, I guess. Wasn't gonna pass up an opportunity to get our to beat up Kiryu, I guess. Swinging Majima around. This is such a brawl. These are fun. It can be kind of a pain with like how many silver health bar guys there are, but like with all the counter stuff and everything, it's like really easy to get random like heat actions and stuff. And all the weapons and stuff are a lot of fun because usually you don't get access to weapons in the Coliseum. So even if there's like 1 dude left who has like a bunch of health, you can usually use the weapons to like deal with him, in my experience. I can't charge up attacks. I wonder why that is. I'm having trouble like charging up attacks or whatever. I think that's a limitation on the this type of fighting, is it? I wanted to grab the sword. Oh my gosh. How many times have I rubbed Kamaki's face in it? Oh, I want to do the pull heat action on Majima a minute. Oh shoot. I got shocked while trying to pick up the pole. I guess if I get a chance, I will do that again. Ooh, right against the electrical fence too. Oh, I guess that's an intentional, context-specific heat move. That's cool. There's like a specific heat move for the fence. Oh, sorry, Majima. Don't worry. I'll, hey, I guess if he gets a bunch of burns, I have to cover it, right? Is that included in his healthcare package? Gonna make an insurance claim. Yeah, there's Kamaki dead. Okay. Couple guys left. Can charge up attacks again. I don't know what that was earlier. Nope. What did I grab him by? He's not wearing a shirt there. Grabbed him by the skin of his neck, I guess. Grab his nipples. Nipples grab. Even worse. Yeah, it'll be fun to fight Majima one-on-one later. The elderly are apparently into getting beat up, being in this kind of thing. Nipple twist. Oh my gosh, I forgot about that heat action with a pistol. Sorry, Majima. Oh, cure you with a metal chair. Oh, twist his dick. The old dick twist. Twist his dick. Very appropriate for what's going on right here. Oh my gosh, Majima's gonna go down before this random dude in the coat does. Oh my gosh. Majima just threw himself into the fence and died. Yeah, those heat actions are brutal. Oh, shoot. Not the good old. Oh. I see a pole. Oh, shoot. I'm trying to grab a weapon here. Oh, my gosh. I have to attack him, otherwise I'm going to get the coward thing. I don't know how long it is, but, like, if you don't attack within a certain time frame, you get the, like, coward thing, and it, like, removes a bunch of your bonus points. There we go. That was a good end to that fight. Nice. Man, how many times do we got to do that to, like, rank up again? Yeah, we can do it at least a couple more times. Who do we got this time? The talent producer with a, like, giant shrug. Oh, Kamaki again. Kamaki's the only silver health bar one this time. We had like 3 or 4 silver health bar guys last time. This time, Kamaki's the only one. Pretty much, yeah. Elderly abuse is back on the menu, boys. Still not tired of that ironing heat move. Oh my gosh, the ragdolls. Oh my gosh, he got me in the solar plexus. I'm using this dude as a human shield. Oh, he's got me. Oh my gosh. Rage in a cage, holy cow. It's honestly is pretty fun, honestly. Just having this many dudes all just like attacking each other. It's so crazy. I love it. No, no, no. Kiryu has never killed anyone, right? Trying to grab. Yeah, there we go. Oh, he got me. Oh, oh. He got knocked out in the middle of his grab animation. Holy cow. I think I still took some damage from falling to the ground there, but yeah, that's funny. All right, just the old man and this dude left. I'm kind of low on health though, so probably gonna try and like. Oh! Oh, it's not like the electric one though. I think it still did some damage to him though, from the electric thing, but yeah. All right, let me grab a weapon a minute, and then I'll wait for a chance to get in close and heat action Kamaki there. Yep. Start taking down some of his health here. See if I can get him below silver before that other guy goes down. Oh, okay. Oh no, I killed the other guy. I shot the gun and it killed the other guy. Okay. Okay, at least that gets Kamaki below silver. Jeez. I don't know, I think after what I just did to him, bullying is not the word I'd use. Probably more like revenge. Oh, nice. Can I grab the... Nope, I didn't want to grab that, but that's fine. Oh, okay. Okay, hold on. Nope. Oh, jeez. Oh, here he comes. All right. So that was dangerous, taunting in front of him like that. Okay. All right, got him. Kick him while he's down. Or grab something to kick him while he's down. Come on. Ah! Curse you, old man! No! Metal chair! Go! No! Get away from me! Metal chair! Metal chair! There we go. Okay. Jeez. That was close. I'll have to heal after this. That was fun. Oh, you get bonus points for taunting. I'll have to do that. Man, how many times would you have to do that to rank up, though? I feel like I'm nowhere near ranking up. I don't know what else you would do to rank up faster, though. I guess these are technically also silver as well. So I assume these give the same amount of points. So you could do something that's a bit shorter, maybe. No, I mean, they got the same difficulty. This has a higher difficulty rating, so maybe it gives more points. Not sure. You definitely have more opportunities to, like, beat people up and do, like, taunts and heat actions, so... Yeah, I gotta heal up a minute before I do something like that again. Alright. Yeah, let's go for one more battle royale here. And then maybe we'll call it a day. I gotta go eat something, then keep working on that video and get ready for work tomorrow, so... Sad but true. Alright. No Majima or Kamaki this time. We do have one silver rank guy, though. Nice. Oh my gosh. I got two guys with that jump kick. Or flying kick, I guess I should say. Nice. Put a spear up right in his ass. If I get the opportunity, I will. There's a lot going on right now. Even if I try to, I would probably get somebody else's ass accidentally. Alright, that's one guy down. Oh! Oh my gosh. I can't be stopped while I'm in this mode either right now because I have the upgrade, so I can't flinch while I'm in this mode. Oh my gosh. That makes that mode so much stronger. Holy cow. Oh, did Redmond go down already? Rip. We'll have to try another time. I'm sure we'll get our chance. You can actually use it as a fire extinguisher? No way. Wait. I never realized that. Yeah. Yeah, but not being able to flinch in it makes it much better in my opinion. But yeah. These matchlock guns are fun. I know they're basically just a shotgun, but they're fun. Oh! Oh, I've already used this one up. Okay. Okay. Oh my gosh, I have extreme heat motor already ready again. His lips. His face melting as I kick into him. Such anime stuff going on here with us just flurry of blows, neither of us flinching. His lips wiggle when I do it. When I kick him in the face, his lips wiggle. All right, that was fun. All right, I gotta wrap it up for today though. That was fun though. Oh. I got another toughness infinity out of it. Honestly, that's pretty good. If nothing else, you know, getting those toughness infinities. I don't think there's another... You can't just buy those. You gotta, like, earn them pretty much. Wonder how many times you, like, break the limit on your heat gauge and stuff. Because I feel like the next upgrade is not gonna give me enough to get, like, the heat bar actually maxed out. I could just start spending on like health and stuff too. Maybe once I've learned everything else. There's still plenty of stuff I haven't learned in the heat actions and battle skills, so. Enhance your fist with ki transmitted through the Lotus School. Chain up to 3 charge attacks. Dang. Did we not ever beat that one dude's older brother? We probably did at some point, right? We could probably go back to that guy and like finish up his sub story at some point. Oh hey. Hey, nice. Got another good guy for Majima construction at least. All right. All right, let's go eat something, and then I gotta go eat something in real life too. We'll head over to Kamaru, or sorry, not Kamurocho. Kamaru? No, because we're in Kamurocho. Satonbori. Yeah. We'll head over to Satonbori, eat some crab, and we'll call it a day. Hello, Majima. Bye, Majima. Good time in the Coliseum earlier. I don't know if that's covered by our health insurance policy, but... Oh, yeah. Honestly, I've never eaten crab in real life, but yeah. But no, crab is good in this game, for sure. For sure, for sure. Really good for a lot of different XP types. And just in general, for XP. That old lady. Yeah, I don't think that's covered in the company's insurance policy. I don't know if we cover nipple twists so hard they remove skin. Just makes a complaint to the HR department. My boss ripped my nipples off. Not sure how to exactly handle that.
さあ行くか。
ありがとうございました。
Oh, what's the signed ball? Oh yeah, I guess we got that. A signed ball from the American baseball pro Dandy Bob Johnson. A signee recognizes me as his rival. I like that he's got a little smile on there. I think that's what that's supposed to be. A little smile on it. That's fun. Key to the warehouse. Made out of pure gold. Pochitaro. Yep, it's time for me as well, Chibi. Have a good night. Alright. I gotta go make a lunch. Well, I gotta go eat something, then make a lunch for tomorrow. Make sure I have my boots and everything around. I get to sleep early tonight as well, so. Work. Oh well. It is what it is, I suppose. Oh, we still have the cat cam on over here. Yeah. Yeah, I'll get paid after work tomorrow, hopefully. It's a decent amount. It's not a crazy good amount, but it's a decent amount. I was making more at my 9-to-5 job that I had before this, so feels like not that amount, but that much. But I don't know. It'll cover some stuff. Cover like a month's worth of rent at the very least. So anyway, I will hopefully talk to you guys not to just one day's worth of work, not just one day's worth of work, more like 2 like full 12-hour days, so more like 4 days worth of work in 2 days, but yeah, something like that. It's not quite, no, I guess it's more like 3 days, isn't it? Yeah. Well, no, because 24 divided by 8. Oh gosh, I'm doing math. 3 days, yeah. Yeah, I'm glad you guys enjoyed the stream. Enjoyed it too. I will hopefully see you guys later this week on Thursday. I'm going to, yeah, like I said, I got work tomorrow, and then I gotta spend all day on Thursday trying to finish up that video so it can go up on Friday. And then we got P4. Speaking of specialists, we got P4 this weekend, so yeah. Hope you guys have a good rest of your week if I don't see ya. But yeah. Thank you everybody for watching. Thanks Corgi, Erev, Super Saint, Jeppo, Metal Chibi. Hope you guys all have a good one. And in case I don't see ya, hope you have a good afternoon, good evening, good night. See you guys.